don't know what I'm supposed to say, baby, before you walk away. No, I'm in the war, I'm in the race, chasing the time. I've been meaning to find a way to face that I'm not in a wonders every day, trying to keep my head up off the waves, staying alive. And I don't mean to be the guy that wanna push you to the side, and all the line and not the lie, you know. So when I leave your shit on red and you're running cycles in your head, baby, I'm just trying to stay ahead. Ooh, just stay alive. I'm not saying you got to go. But it's something you got to know. Stay alive. It's just something you got to know. Now lately we popping on the edge, and I kinda regret some things I said. I don't want you to leave, so stay instead, and I pay the price. In the morning we'll both be good and gone, and the world will continue moving on. But I swear that there ain't no other one, just staying alive. And I don't mean to be the guy that wanna push you to the side, and all the line and not the lie, you know. So when I leave your shit on red and you're running cycles in your head, baby, I'm just trying to stay ahead. Ooh.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to a Division 10 LUTI match here. We got our cast here. We have a casting couch, which I believe is actually the first casting couch for Splatoon. Give it up for LUTI and a Sunset Surge casting crew collaboration. My name is M-Dog. I am apparently the only Arizonian on this couch, so I'm the only person who is a resident who is hosting Sunset Surge. So I'm going to go ahead and let the others introduce ourselves, starting with whoever's on my left.
Hello, I am Kaiser. I am formerly from Arizona. I currently live in the Midwest. I am the frontline / midline for Impulse. And onwards to my left is.
Hi, I'm Anakin. I am ATO for Booyah Bay, and you should go to Booyah Bay. If you haven't gone to Booyah Bay, you're missing out, and you need to go
moved
to
away
Booyah
from
Bay.
the mic.
Up next.
I'm Junidip. I'm also a TO from Booyah Bay. You guys should really come on down. Sign up for Booyah Bay right now, even though we don't have sign-ups.
And last on our couch.
And finally, there's me. I'm Scoobs. I am actually not from anywhere on the West Coast. I'm coming from all the way from Massachusetts. So,
It's awesome. Perfect. Now we have a very exciting set here. Wow, we're going right into it. We have Moonlight versus Black Lotus. We got a tent over here on Black Lotus and a pencil over here on Moonlight. A very typical comp that you see on Moonlight, actually, now that I look at it. We have Omega, Shadow, Nolan, and Basil. And we got Noctis, Labby, Anger, and Myrn. Now let's get into it and see what we got. All right, we're going to be pushing into here. We're going to be kind of watching the left side here. We got the Ludo Blaster already kind of looking out from the end. But
Forcing them out.
Really forces them out. We're going to go back here. We already got a cooler on the side of Black Lotus. We're going to see if they use that to push in at halt here. Black Lotus is very much a fan of, I believe, very unusual comps. You don't really see a Luna Blaster in
Yes,
comp.
you do not see Luna at all. And right there too. She went down the side of Moonlight, and Basil was forcing to jump out. I mean, that was basically a pseudo wipe situation, which will get back with plenty of time to move and take Moonlight's fort.
And it looks like Black Lotus currently has the lead here. Moonlight is trying to get pushed in. We got Omega here trying to paint the zone as much as possible. We got the Luna Blaster going down on the side of Black Lotus. Omega kind of just pushing in, kind of zoning out everybody you see on the other side. We got a cooler on the side of Moonlight, and we are just slowly getting a push in. Where it looks like Moonlight is actually kind of struggling to get any kind of pressure in, but it looks like they managed to.
Omega was not interested in staying there much longer.
Omega is a very aggressive player, as I remember, so
Yes,
it is
indeed
actually
he is.
really, really fun to see Omega just kind of go in and just be like, "What's up?"
Hello, we shadow camping this
What is
jump
the
right here.
first spot? Oh, that's Omega! Easy. Oh my God, what is happening? And very common thing for online in Splatoon. That was actually pretty good set. Unfortunately, we do have to.
Indeed, that was a very nice start.
Remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so good one.
Omega blew up, Pepe. Omega left.
Like,
That's honestly, I'm not surprised. It is Splatoon. That is something that we have been very
Something we are very
used
accustomed to.
very accustomed to as the years go by.
I'm going to say Shallow's burst bomb is the reason we need.
You've been to lands and people just kind of hand out to you their the little card where it's like
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what's the play here from Black Lotus. Of course, we're going to be doing a replay here on the same zone. But we'll see. Why don't we? What's so interesting about Booyah Bay so that people can attend Booyah Bay?
Please advertise.
Please advertise yourself.
I'm so glad you asked.
Jesus Christ, go away from the mic.
So Booyah Bay is amazing. We are at Guild House. That is our venue. If I'm speaking a little slurry, it's because I had 4 hours of sleep because I had an early fight this morning. We have an amazing community there. It's a brand new land. We just had our second tournament was our qualifier. It was awesome. We had more than 60 people there for both our first and our second land, which are amazing numbers. We had great success. We had someone from California win our qualifier, which was we were so happy. The Californians really came through. Yeah, this is the poster.
this is the poster.
We have
from
amazing
most recently
art.
Fog City.
Booyah Bay Fog City. We have amazing art made by Amber. That was our poster. We had a bunch of cute merch
Shout out
that
to
we were
Amber.
able to sell. We had a few vendors. And we just had a great time. It was a great time, really.
That's awesome.
It really was.
Go to
Go to
Booyah.
Booyah. Go to Booyah Bay. You.
Where exactly is Booyah Bay based in California so everyone knows?
It's in San Jose. That's an amazing question. So it's in San Jose, kind of, it's in the middle of all of California. So really,
Want to go to the beach?
you can go to the beach.
can go to
It's
the
45-minute drive. 45-minute drive away, you can go to the beach. However, I don't recommend driving on Highway 17 your first time. So maybe don't go to the beach. I don't know.
And we're currently waiting for Black Lotus and Moonlight to get a rehosting, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. If that does happen again, then that game will be going to whoever
Whoever ends up winning.
So it's only one reset per match, I believe. So
Yeah, it should be one team, one reset per set.
yeah, so we're just currently waiting on that. In the meantime, though, we do have Sunset Surge happening tomorrow. Also being streamed on Splatoon Tourney. So if you are looking for some high stakes, high octane action, I do highly recommend checking it out.
Please
You
tune in
have-
tomorrow for Sunset Surge. You have to. You have to. Woo.
We do have wonderful,
Absolute
wonderful
cinema.
people. We have Sniker Up, we have Shiny, we have our favorite host, our favorite TO, Pepe, who's currently in the shy here.
Whose house we have currently reprocessed for this.
Yes, we
Invaded
have
his home.
Invaded his home. Pepe literally just messaged me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, random question. You want to do this commentating?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm down. No, no worries." Yeah.
Hydration.
Beautiful
You're
hydration
great.
from our beautiful host Pepe. Thank you very much.
Yes, and as for the other like 4 of us, we were asked this in the car on the way to Pepe's house.
You're picked up from the airport after leaving at 4 a.m. from our homes.
4 a.m. I left at 2.
Oh my god. Arriving around, 7, 9, 10, and then we all collected together, hopped into Pepe's car, and now we're at Casa de
Hey. Okay. It looks like we're having some Wi-Fi
Looks like Wi-Fi
issues, so
issues,
we're gonna
so it might be a
continue-
bit longer. We just gotta keep yapping.
Yeah, we're going to continue to yap to you until they get their issues resolved here. But yeah, we are very excited to be having Sunset Surge in a new venue. Unfortunately, our last venue did have to shut down, but we did manage to get our new and improved venue, all for the sake of the Splatoon Land Championship.
R.I.P. Campfire Esports. We miss you very much.
R.I.P.
I've never been there.
Much. It was a very, very fun place. There was a great Mexican place next door, too. It was very, very delicious. But unfortunately, they did have to shut down. But we did find a new venue that would be willing to host some crazy yakkos who like to talk about squids and kids all day. So hopefully, we will be seeing everybody there. And Pepe, are you playing?
Yeah, Pepe is playing in a tournament.
Pepe is playing, so we'll be able to see some good old nerfed splatter shot game.
Oh. Shots fired, literally.
Shots fired.
Literally.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow.
It's the other way.
Other
Posted right here on this very Twitch channel. So just keep your tab open. We'll be back.
Yeah, honestly, just keep the tab open. We do have quite a few different players. We have 17 teams total, I think. Almost an even amount of teams. We have
I think so,
17.
yeah.
We have one team, which is hilarious, because the last time I checked, it was like, oh, perfect, 16 teams. And then there was
17
one more team, and I was like, oh, okay, we're doing
A
17.
TO's worst nightmare. 17
Yeah,
teams.
17
Oh. Well then, I should ask. I'm pretty sure we already know. However, where is the Sunset Sessions located at exactly in Arizona?
Sunset Surge will be located in Tempe, Arizona. I actually have no idea what the address is. I just saw it yesterday. And I was
It
like,
is
perfect.
posted
It's in here.
It is posted at the Arizona State University Esports Center in Tempe, Arizona.
Didn't even know that in Esports Center. So thank you very much, Arizona ASU Esports, for letting us host Sunset Surge over there. There is a hangout spot too. I did watch the video, and I'm very excited to hang out at that spot because it is going to be at sunset. It's going to be great. It's probably going to be very hot. You know what? I'm going to check.
I believe this
I
week's
checked the weather
is-
this morning. It should be.
I don't think we get
it should
above
be- It should
80.
be above 90.
Okay. So it's actually very nice over here in Arizona. Yeah, it's going to be about 80.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very nice. It's going to be very, very balmy. And yeah, we also have wonderful, wonderful artwork. And of course, these flags that Pepe has told me that they will cost money.
They will cost money.
You can buy them
can
for
buy
a very,
them.
very small price of
What?
$5.
$5. That's so.
So if
dirt
you want
cheap for
some
these.
Sunset Surge memorabilia, either
However, alternatively, you could in theory buy a Little Caesars pizza for that same price.
true.
So
But this
consider
is-
the pros and cons.
See, would you rather have a cool Sunset Surge flag memorabilia or a pizza that would go away in like 20 minutes?
Pizza.
Wow.
So yeah,
Buy
we're
yourself a Arizona.
still just kind of waiting around.
Oh yes, it is $3 if you buy a poster with it.
Oh, that's a
There is
good
a bundle
deal
for that, yes.
But yeah, look at this like wonderful, amazing, beautiful artwork. Really grand and like just honestly, like the artwork on this, I just can't get enough of.
It's such a cool art style.
I think we should probably also know who is the artist for this, since I'm not sure.
Who is it? Butt slap.
Butt slap.
Butt slap.
Okay.
We're almost ready.
Okay, we're
folks.
almost ready. We only have a bit longer to keep
We can-
yapping, and we are
we are-
zooming out.
We are trying to keep the yapping to a minimum, but of course, we're gonna try to promote ourselves as much as possible.
We were told
Go
that we
to Booyah
could.
Base. Yeah,
We were given permission. I want you guys to know that we were all given permission to do this.
yes, I hope everybody is very excited for these sets that we have shown up here, and we will try to keep as much of the action as central as possible. Of course, it is Splatoon, so it is a little bit hard to keep track of 8 games
Sorry, we gotta call out post off the screen.
It is hard to keep track of 8 players, but in the meantime, Moonlight actually right now currently is 2-0. Of course, I think we kind of expect that very much from Moonlight here.
And we are ready.
They're back. So, of course, as per the rules of a disconnect, we're going to be doing the same exact teams, same exact weapons, and nothing has been changed. And let's get back into it. Of course, we have Black Lotus on the orange side and Moonlight on the blue side. We have, again, very uncommon. We have a 10 and a Luna Blaster, which is not something that you'd really see in comp as often, or at least a Luna Blaster, because there are a little bit better weapons than a Luna Blaster here. But if Black Lotus is confident with it, then
but this time I think it's this time Moonlight that finds the opening to picks on Black Lotus and finding the 10 along with that. And Omega dies instantly. However, that does not matter. Okay, well now it matters.
Yeah, it looks like Moonlight is able to get as much space as possible. It looks like he did get a slight retreat here from Basil, of course. Basil is very good at knowing when to jump out and when to jump in and when to take that shot that they need in order to secure that victory. And it looks like we still, Moonlight is still counting on this timer. Basil is taking advantage of this left side peek here and only going back when, again, Basil knowing exactly when to go in, go out. We have a nice flank here from Noctis. And let's see if we can get any confirms. We got one
Finds one on Nolan to go try to find a pick on Omega, but well, it's not confirm it, but it's still sticking in that corner. Omega coming back and finding Mert on the edit.
And we got Zipcaster online here, and we are targeting Omega here with that Zipcaster. They're going back. We got shot on
that crab cancel.
We got this 10. Like, it's actually kind of hard to figure out what's happening. We got Omega popping a bubble on a very, very instrumental bubble. That way we can hold this left side as much as possible. We already know that this 10's here. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get that 10 down without getting a trade in. It's been pretty much a constant 3v3, 2v2 on both sides.
Yes, indeed.
And it looks like can Black Lotus get the zone, and they did, leaving 63 points on the side of Moonlight that they have to chew through in order to get that victory.
Black Lotus having less paint really need to find the picks here in order to take the space that they need to take the zone, really.
It is a bit of a struggle because Black Lotus does have kind of a paint deficit. The head, while very good at painting, is still going to struggle a bit when you have a splash and a pencil, of course.
On the same team.
And still, while not a good painter, Decap is still an amazing painter in its own
Yes,
way.
I am not positive this happened. However, I think 3 just went down on the side of Black Lotus. This is giving Moonlight the chance they need to move up.
We got Cooler activated on both sides here, and we're going to be making a push here. We got that Zuga activated. We got the head on the 10th here. We got Nolan just kind of flanking around, taking out 2, and was able to kind of just be like, hi, I'm going to take you out. And
hello, I'm Nolan.
Yeah,
I think we should all introduce ourselves that way.
And it looks like we're currently in the fight for a zone. We got about 2 minutes left.
We're playing in the neutral. Omega has pop bubble, which is going to give Moonlight the zone as Moonlight actually finds 2 on the side of Black Lotus in exchange for Omega.
Got Shadow
Not
on
bad
here,
trade
holding down the zone here. And it looks like we got 5 points on the clock here for Moonlight. And
2, 1, and Moonlight takes game 1 after a rough DC right at the start.
Which, honestly, the first one, I couldn't actually tell what was happening there. It was very, very back and forth.
Yeah, so the first game that we had with the DC, it was very, very back and forth. The second game, Moonlight was able to get a really good start, and that helped them kind of secure the game for them, because Black Lotus was just trying to... Moonlight just came back right in. It was able to take back the zone.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of that it's just Omega being on decap and just running at them constantly and then popping bubble to just prolong his life.
Oh, yeah.
Holding that space.
This bubble was a very, very good bubble. Holding down this left side is pretty much what you're going to want to do. You're isolating the 10. When a 10 is a very team-oriented style Umbrella user, you're not going to really be able to do much on your own unless you're just the best 10 player who can handle an easy 2v1.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that was not the case. We'll see if Black Lotus has any kind of decisions or any kind of swaps. Again, Black Lotus didn't really have that much paint going on for them, while the head, again, does paint very, very well to you are running a Luna Blaster, and that is not really going to.
They are trading off pain in favor of aggression. However, that probably is not the greatest choice against a team like Moonlight, who runs very heavy pain comps.
I think that this blaster is going to work out a little bit better if they decide to keep it for this tower game, for sure. It'll help them maintain that tower control.
Yes, actually, let's talk about game 2. We're going to TC on, I think it was Undertow? Mako Mart. Okay.
So yeah, we have tower control Mako Mart, which is honestly, I think, going to be a very, very back and forth game here. Mako Mart is very, very small, very, very condensed, and especially with both the first and the second checkpoint. Both of those checkpoints are going to be extremely hard to clear, and especially if Black Lotus decides to keep the Lunar Blaster, they're going to have an easy time clearing that tower.
Yes.
For sure.
I do have a slightly off topic, but on topic. Have you ever had a set where you had a DC, you thought it was going well, and then you replay the game, and then the moment it starts to not go well, you kind of freak out, and I've had that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that before.
It's actually kind of crazy because that's one of the things that it gets in your head. That's one thing. Once it gets in your head, that's when you start freaking out.
Yeah, DCs can mess with your head.
But it is one of those things where you kind of want to stay calm in that situation and see what happens. It looks like we do have
We're seeing a very slight
here
change.
on
Yes.
the side of Moonlight. We have the Neo Splash instead of the Vanilla Splash. We have Suction Bomb and Stride, which is going to be really good at clearing that tower.
Yes, which that can also be used apart from stalling tower and clearing space can also be used to help get through the stack.
We already got the 96 down on the left side. We actually got 2 people down on the side of Moonlight, which will allow Black Lotus to take the tower and get back for a checkpoint with relative ease. Unless if, Omega...
well,
I thought Omega had something to say about that, but apparently not.
Yeah, yes. Omega was trying something, however, Mert turned around and simply said, no thank you, not today. And that is what just happened in Moonlight's base.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Kind of going down one by one here. It looks like we got a flank going on here on the side of Black Lotus, so it's able to take out Moonlight for relatively easily.
What? Where did all of Black Lotus go?
Black Lotus is gone. They disappeared.
They were so intimidated with what actually we're gonna do.
Vanisite snap.
Moonlight is going to push forward, try to take as much of it as possible here, probably hold on to the right stack. We actually already see someone jumping out on the right side here, and it's a very, very even split right now. Never mind, as soon as I say that, Black Lotus is down by 2.
Nolan going in, trying to find the edit. I believe got a single fall shot on the edit. Just could not get another one through to confirm.
Right. This ramp is a very instrumental place.
Here comes the strike and bubble at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like that Moonlight is going to want to hold on to this tower for as long as possible. We are going to find some... Ooh, what a nice trade. Kind of a dangerous trade, unfortunately, that results in them losing the tower here. And it looks like Black Lotus is going to take some semblance of mid here a little bit. Looks like we're going to be finding on the right side here.
That was an insane 96 kill.
Okay, and we got Noctis here, unfortunately, going down on the left side here. Moonlight does have the advantage here. They're going to try to push forward that advantage as much as possible.
Yes, no one's tracking coming out. Getting stuck on the Black Hole, and two Black Holes actually jumped out from that Kraken.
Noctis, unfortunately,
yeah, that Kraken and Omega combo are just terrifying.
Kind of dangerous. You never want to really see that happen.
Never want to see that.
But it looks like they kind of really just want to squeeze onto one person as much as possible here.
Omega is here. And Omega finds the pick on the face. That actually is that is a huge pick right now. But Noctis, well, never mind. Omega finds Noctis and continues, leaving just Labby left to try and hold this down. And Nolan saying no thank you, taking out Labby and popping Kraken.
And we got push again.
Very dangerous move there. Almost killed on.
Looks like Moonlight is going to push to that final checkpoint. We'll see if Black Lotus has any answer. We have 15 points left remaining. We're going to try to do something on this top left side here. Unfortunately, I wasn't 20 left.
It's just Nolan who is forced to jump out, but that is a huge push for Moonlight all the way down to 1. Moonlight can now afford to take the rest of the game fairly easy and play more defensively. But I don't think Omega is interested in doing that at all.
Omega said, I'm out. I'm not going to deal with this right now. I'm going to wait for my team to come back to middle with me. We got it. They're pushing here on the right side. Oh, there's Omega, by the way.
We found him.
Oh, Labby able to push past that RNG and find that pick.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
It's so fast that
It's
when you
so-
start saying something, something else happens and then just contradicts what you're saying.
Very much
Nolan with the
business.
back Kraken here, just trying to push up on these two.
Going for the 10 is gonna have to back up. Or not.
Ooh, what good clean shot by this Rally here. And it looks like we're getting reset here. We got Cooler active on the side of Black Lotus. And we
You'll
got-
never guess who's back.
Yeah. I feel like Omega is just always there. You never really see Omega until it's a little too late.
Omega
Yeah.
makes full use of his QR.
Oh, absolutely. All right, we got 1 minute left on the clock. We got 1 point left on the side of Moonlight and 36 points left on Black Lotus. We'll see if Black Lotus is going to be able to take out the rest of that 36 points remaining, and maybe they'll be able to take a victory here. I've actually seen these kind of pushes happen where, you know, just a clear reverse sweep.
Yes. And well, during that, somehow Moonlight found 2, which is giving them, which is what back into mid, but which is gonna let them continue to hold mid, stall this push. Omega.
Omega's back.
Omega
here.
just off being a nuisance.
Yeah, Omega trying again just to be another nuisance, but it looks like we have a jump out here. We got Cooler active on the side of Moonlight as well, so it looks like we're gonna see a really, really hard push here. We have 50 seconds to go.
And
with-
Shadow is holding strikes. Nolan now has Kraken.
basically have to get a knockout on the side of Black Lotus if they want to salvage this particular game.
I believe they can do it.
I
They've
think
been
they-
doing a really good job all game.
Oh,
It's
we have
been
a
really
Kraken.
We have a
bad.
Kraken.
Oh no!
Yeah, we had GD strikes and GD Kraken. We would have had to kill both Nolan and Shadow insanely quickly to prevent that.
Which means that game 2 will now also go to Moonlight here. Moonlight, again, just being very, very strong. Black Lotus by no means being an easy win for
They're giving
Moonlight,
them
though,
their run for
especially-
their money.
Yeah, especially
Sure.
with that push, all going
Mhm.
all the way down to 36, which is very, very impressive.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Black Lotus' issue at current is probably actually just Omega.
Yes,
Like,
I
that will be their
agree.
main issue. It's just Omega's ability to just constantly appear.
Like, look at this push. It's like just the amount of space that they were able to take up super quickly, and they were able to hold this this right side here is really what secured them that really, really good push all the way down to 1 point.
Mhm.
Of course, Black Lotus said, "We're not going to let you get a knockout at the very least," which still is really, really good in terms of oh my goodness, what's the word? Morale.
More, yes.
For
That's
sure,
what I'm
yeah.
looking at.
I would also say another thing that helped that push incredibly was actually probably just Shadow. What a lot of players like to do, especially like I would say under high level, they tend to throw strikes all at once instead of spacing them out slowly.
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of time to throw all 3 strikes, which is what Shadow was doing throughout that on splash.
Shadow knew exactly what to do with those strikes, and it actually did, of course, lead them to hold that tower for as long as they did.
Kaiser, when you said guess who's back, I immediately my thought was to sing. I can't sing it because I don't know which does. But it's Black Lotus is back, as in like Backstreet's back.
Yeah.
I was like, that played in my head, and I was like,
You'll never guess who's back.
Pepe's back. The back.
Pepe's back, literally.
And we are
Just
gonna
so ready for
go ahead
something.
and go on to game 3 here. Game 3 being Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway. Now, the one thing that you do want to be careful of on Rainmaker is you need to actually figure out who's going to get that pop first.
Yeah.
On Undertow, I actually don't think it's that important to get that pop first because it doesn't really change a whole lot. Unlike, you know, Hagglefish, Macomar, any smaller map is something that you'd want to get pop on. But on Undertow here, I don't think it's really that.
I say pop doesn't matter when the rainbow tends to be raised above the ground, like it is on maps like not Wahoo. Well, no, not Wahoo. Like let's say Museum, Undertow, Makos, and that's on my mind.
And it looks like we got another change here. Shadow's hopping over to the slaughter shot. We got the classic suction bomb in here. It looks like we just wanted to get that suction bomb here. Wow, that was a quick pop by Moonlight.
Yeah,
We just showed
pop
up
does
and
go to
gone.
Moonlight, but
I didn't even see it happen.
Yeah,
I thought
I
it was.
I'm not for the pop happen. I'm pretty sure Moonlight intimidated the Rainmaker open.
Now, I'm actually kind of surprised we don't see any confidence from Black Lotus, but I guess Black Lotus is just confident in what they got. And if you're confident in what you got, then hey, more power to you,
Which is
right?
actually working pretty currently right now, as they do have 3 down on the side of Moonlight, which would be actually technically more a soft wipe due to them being slightly staggered.
Looks like we're going to the left side, the significantly easier side. I'm looking at you, Solo Q. If you're going to push, unless everybody's on this left side, go to the left side.
That tent really coming in handy to stop the Zuka from instantly wiping out that Rainmaker.
We got that
Indeed.
pop here.
And I think Anger has now popped their... No, Anger's still holding their Zuka. Finds Shadow. Is going to popping out its shield and then popping their Zuka now, and this is going to give Mert a chance to break checkpoint, and that is freed out on the side of Moonlight.
This tent's putting in some work.
A lot of work. Actually, probably too much work, if you're going to be honest.
I think the set deserves overtime currently.
What a nice pick from Basil, getting that pick on Noctis. Unfortunately, Noctis going down, and we're going to be able to push this Rainmaker back into mid. And it looks like we're going to be going to the left side. We got the classic donut tree tag, even though we're not
going backwards at all.
Not really sure why it shows up when you're not really going backwards at all. But I feel like that's been happening a lot more as of recent for some reason. Got Noctis jumping in here. And
the Red fight finding a pick on the 52 as it pops well. Nolan using Kraken, finding the Luna.
We got 2 picks down on Black Lotus, allowing it, Nolan to go in. Let's see if we can get the head. Did not quite get the head here.
Oh, what a snipe from Basil! Is that good?
Rainmaker.
That just in time to be spotted by the spell.
What an excellent bomb. That was such an excellent bomb right there. Now, Doogie here pointing out the Rainmaker check. We want to make sure that because the Rainmaker has been popped, we want to make sure that we keep an eye on that Rainmaker at all times.
Omega pops bubble underneath Grace. Does find 10, however, cannot find anyone's off as he just trade with it.
I think Basil just got another pick on the Luna Blast. That's kind of crazy.
And yes, that was
Basil
a
getting that
solo
cooler
Rainmaker
out
pop
before
fire
picking up
face.
the Rainmaker here.
And once again, we're going to the left side. Always go from the left side. Left side is going to be the easiest and the safest way to get to the check. And we got Zuka active. Let's see if we can get any picks
Moonlight,
here.
Omega goes down.
Omega goes down pretty early, but Nolan is able to revive him. But Nolan's going to have to come up quick and try to find other picks to make up for Omega's death.
And it looks like we got a flank here. Unfortunately, that flank failing to take out the Rainmaker, but they are unable to push the Rainmaker forward.
And
We managed
Basil finding a pick on the edit and getting it to 70. Not quite checked, however, that will delay Black Lotus cooler by just a bit.
We got 2 minutes on the clock.
Omega able to find that pick up.
Omega
Omega.
just sniping Noctis straight out of the sky. That's something you'd usually see every day, and it looks like they are. Never mind.
Never mind.
There's a lot of never minds on these games.
We're just really able to hold that space with that super fast firing rate right there.
Oh yeah, this firing rate on this phase. This is probably my favorite spot to stand as they head in when playing on defense, especially on offense. If you manage to get on that Gray as offense, there's very little that some people can do in that situation.
Sure.
Alright, I'm slowly noticing that Black Lotus is getting pretty complacent defending left side.
They are pretty good getting pretty close to holding left side. Let's see if Moonlight actually decides to do anything else. I do kind of want to see a right side push here because that might be a useful option here as well.
They might be finally able to get the checkpoint that way.
Oh no, we got.
Oh no, never mind. Omega's bubble. Never mind. That's matter.
As usual, the one moment we look away, happening.
Noctis going around left side here immediately goes down.
And we took out the shot here, and it looks like we're about to take out Omega here. Maybe.
Omega finds the pick on 52.
Omega's
Wait,
fighting for his life.
Omega is not dying. Omega refuses to die right now. But, well, never mind. It's not this.
Yeah, and the Rainmaker is reset. We got 40 seconds left on the clock, and Moonlight does have to make a pretty sizable push if they want to get past that first.
They make a reset kind of at an inopportune time, so they had to go all the way back and then continue to fight for their push.
This actually
I
might be
think
the
so,
push.
but I think Omega and Nolan actually stays pushed up during that.
They're able to make it work.
Looks like we got the tent set up, we got a wall set up. This is going to be very, very difficult to push, considering that you do have tent and wall.
The
That's
tent
gonna be
is
a
also
gigantic
dangerously
wall
close to it,
push
Zuka.
back.
Jumping out is going to try and get it, Zuka. We're going for GG Zuka.
So we got 10
yes.
seconds left. We got one out. We got the whale active. We got the Zuka active. Let's see if we can just take out this Rainmaker.
We are-
one shot this
We're way behind overtime. We're going popping Zuka right
Yep,
now.
popping Zuka. They're shooting Zuka. They're throwing bombs. They're doing as
That
much as they
forces
can.
Moonlight back.
Basil's pushing forward.
It looks like
Basil's
they're going the other route.
We got 40 points left. Go!
We're going to take lead. Going around. Going around. Great. Moonlight takes lead at the last second.
Now it's Moonlight up 3 with a Black Lotus being down. Now we do have quite a few games left. LUTI is a total of 9 games. I believe they have to win.
Yeah.
7?
Yeah, it is a
Best of 9.
best of
Best of
9.
nine. Best of
Best of 9, which is
Thank you, Scoops.
I legit thought Black Lotus would take that one. So surprised.
Very, very, very last second push there.
It kind of looked like Black Lotus was, while they were doing a really good job at blocking the hallway, it doesn't look like they accounted for the grate as much.
They were complacent in defending hallway. They were not, and here we go.
That perfectly timed
Crazy
bomb.
bomb.
I wasn't looking at the Rainmaker timer, but they had just a.
That Kraken able to
left.
hold out that choke in that instant replay there.
That was kind of insane.
That was a really good Kraken.
Once again, another snipe from Basil, which actually finds a pick on the edit, which delayed their cooler at that point.
It's kind of crazy. Although I feel like those are very, very common Rainmaker shots. You always think you're safe, and then next thing you know, there's just a giant blob of
There's a
paint
giant
coming
light
into
in front
your
of you.
face.
I think Moonlight played the long game, as in like the longest game you could really play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Especially because it looks like the strategy behind Black Lotus was they wanted to wait until overtime so that they could just, take out the Rainmaker and just cinch that win. But it did look like that, unfortunately, they weren't able to get that pick.
The Moonlight was just able to dodge every special, every Zuka, everything. And, they stayed alive, they didn't panic, they put their heads together, and they just kept fighting. And that's how they were able to.
Yeah, that game is definitely a textbook example of just patience.
Yes.
Very much.
Patience.
You have a minute with
sure.
the Rainmaker.
And a
You
minute's
do not
a
need to
lot-
rush with it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a lot
that's a
longer
lot.
than you think, especially in Splatoon.
Especially in Splatoon.
A minute is a fifth of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
and-
fifth of the game can go a lot. Of course, they say, the last 30 seconds of turf war means the most, but literally in ranked, pretty much anything can happen at any point. So you have to be careful. It could be over in, 10 seconds if you're playing on Humpback. Or, it could be, 5 minutes if you're playing on...
You're playing on Humpback.
Or
You can
Humpback.
have games where something can change every 5 seconds, or games that don't have anything happen for 5 minutes total.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And our next game here on Scorch Gorge Clams.
Could very
Clams is
well
gonna be
be
a
one of
very
them.
different situation for that overtime. It's going to be much shorter.
Yes, indeed, because even having a pity only gives you 30 seconds, and the second overtime starts, it starts.
You
Even
know-
if your basket is open.
For a couch cast, this is probably the most professional couch cast I've ever seen.
Oh, definitely.
The most
Only
professional
couch.
Splatoon.
On the actual, only couch cast on an actual couch.
And it doesn't look like we have any changes on any side for Time Play Sports Board, which I am going to jinx on probably, but I do think Black Lotus has a little bit of advantage simply because of 10. 10 is a very, very good weapon to use on any Time Play map, especially on Sports Board, where where the basket is just straight.
Yes, that it does, and we can
Also
see
to help push through that choke
Oh,
on either side.
the 52 is pushed up, doing what
Omega just being a rat there.
Omega's just being Omega at this point.
Yeah,
That's what I'm...
52 attempted to do what Omega does, but Omega promptly said, no thank you.
We got Kraken active here on the side of Moonlight. Let's see if we can see...
I do think the Luna meant to drop from grades.
I do think Luna meant to drop for Grace, but it looks like they actually used the Zipcaster to kind of get out of the stick and situation. But unfortunately, it was not enough.
Unfortunate,
on
really.
The side of Black Lotus. Let's see if they're able to push in with that. We were able to get one down on the side of Moonlight, and they might be able to take some space with that as well. We got Miky here, actually trying to take out Basil as much as possible. Fortunately, not able to do so. And oh my God,
We're playing a very dangerous game, a game using that 10 kill.
Yeah, just
Anyways, 3 are down on the side of Black Lotus, and 2 are down on the side of Moonlight.
That was the most silly 1v1 I've ever seen.
So, yeah, I'm gonna jinx this. However, remember earlier when we mentioned games take like just 5 minutes?
This is going to be one of those
We
games.
have found one of those
very
games.
much one of those games.
It's been nearly 2 minutes now. No team has scored. Everyone's still just fighting for the space in mid.
Both sides do have a ball. Once again, we are still even free.
Basil was able to get a pick here, but again, these teams are just going very much back and
They're
forth.
just
You don't
trades
really
and
see-
trades and trades.
Yeah, just trades. There's with those trades.
Moonlight
looks like we got
finally
two
able
down
to
on-
push up a little bit further.
Oh, we got.
They have
down
found-
on
Looks
the
like
side
they're
of
about to find their first score here.
And it looks like we're gonna get 2 bigs here.
And,
Oh, good stop.
Zuka finds free, and that's
And a white.
that is wiped only down to 60 though. That is not a push you want to see, unfortunately
We got
though.
the 52 guys ditching this. It's like, I don't want it. I'm a frontline. I'm a slayer. I don't need this. Of course, with the rules of Clan Blitz, you are always going to see the clan builder at every given moment. So you always exactly know who's going to have that clan.
Which is why front lines tend to not like holding it.
Oh, yeah. And we got Kraken here. Nolan's trying to push him really deep with this. unfortunately, we managed to get the edit out, and we're
Throwing the ball at Nolan.
again throwing the ball back. I don't want this.
Omega.
We got 2 down on the side of Moonlight. Let's see if that gives Black Lotus enough time to just hit any semblance of mid. Really, all they need is mid, and they will be able to get at least some points in.
The Luna attempting to zip pack after combo Basil. Basil lives, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised Basil has actually managed to live there. We gotta do
That's
Sorry, we peeked the mic.
on the side of Moonlight, allowing Black Lotus to get in and take their first point. We are now at an even.
We are at
position.
even.
One clam to make it even.
And it
Not-
looks like Black Lotus is taking.
Yeah, we got a
quite
big drop.
They managed
Black
to
Lotus, time to
in
push.
their big
Also,
point.
did I mention they nerfed Zuka?
They did nerf
They
Zuka,
did nerf
absolutely.
Now you need to aim
Now you
a
actually
little
need to
bit
hit your
more.
shot.
Yeah.
That's Black Lotus pushes 28. However, they do wipe in the process, meaning Moonlight's gonna have very quick time to push up. Black Lotus passes to be instantly down, and Omega does have that bubble.
And they're already there.
Yes, they are there, and they are already pushing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That
Clam economy is not quite there just to take the lead.
Not quite. Oh, no.
Never mind. We're putting back with
Never
the.
That's the climb there.
Managed to find the clams.
We need a never mind counter. Please.
Looks like Basil is actually able to utilize the quick super jump that the Cooler was able to give you to just jump back, grab that, jump back in, and take that point.
Yes, the edit died to something. I don't know what.
I do either.
I generally have no clue what it died to.
Don't even Black Lotus.
And it looks like we have Zuka active here. We're gonna get another push in. We have Well active.
We have Zip online. We are going for Basil. We find Basil.
We got 1 down. Let's see if we can get this score in. Let's see if we can take down Nolan. We took down Nolan.
We need to kill Omega if we want to get this push.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna put that push anyway.
They have 2 balls.
They
They're
have 2
certainly able
balls.
to make it. They just have to be patient.
Very, very
They are-
simple. They are
Move it up with that
21.
10.
Kraken is out. We are super close to the lead.
More.
Couple more
It's gonna
clams.
enter
Can
overtime
the
here.
10 get past the Kraken?
Super. I don't think it'll be enough. I don't think Merc can make it in
Camera
time.
time.
They weren't
That was
able
so
to quite get that last 2 claims in that they needed.
It was so close.
That was crazy. This is again, literally nothing is happening in the first like 2 minutes of every match, and then something happens,
And then everything happens at
everything
once.
happens
I
at
feel
once.
like I'm too tired to comprehend how good these teams are. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that totally makes sense.
I mean, I spent 24 hours flying down here yesterday, and you guys spent like 8 hours flying down
Oh,
here.
we got the instant replay.
Just like it is genuinely like what is going on at the moment, but that is something that you kind of notice a lot in Division X. Like things just happen. Splatoon is a very, very, very fast-paced game. It's probably one of the fastest-paced games I've ever played in my life. I'm honestly amazed I can still keep up with it as as old as I am.
How do you not that?
Here is that Zuka clip again. We get to see it again.
The double
Oh,
Zuka.
I-
That was a really
That was
good
a
moment
really good
for
Zuka.
Black
That is
Lotus.
what set up Black Lotus's push right there.
Yeah, we're sorry to any headphone users who heard us all peek our mics there. We all collectively oohed at this.
Ooh, Zuka. Neuron activated.
But it does actually look like that Zuka did pretty much exactly what Nintendo wanted them to do when they nerfed it. Get that really clean game or match-winning, round-winning play, while still being a good and nerf specialist, much more in line with the other specialists. Now we just need them to nerf Tri-Strike.
I looked at the camera.
I
What is
agree,
this,
I
sitcom?
agree on nerfing Tri-Strike. I don't like how S1 Strike feels more fair than the 3 smaller ones.
Right, like
I love the
We are
opinion we should
jumping into
continue
a
buffing
barnacle
details.
zones game.
We're dropping it immediately.
All right, we got Barnacle Zombs. We're gonna have to see if we can take care of Snipe here. We got again 1 weapon change here. Shadow just juggling weapons very easily. We're going from Splash to Neo Splash to Shot back over to Splash.
Yeah, this splash, that burst bomb is really going to help them take the space in the zone and help them maintain it in mid.
And we already got Crab active here.
But
This is the one
Noctis
area
is
where-
Merc quickly saying no thank you. Also finding they picked on Omega and then falling up on Shadow, sending Black Lotus up for another one of their opening pushes. It's just a matter of can they sustain it.
And we got a
Vega
great
going
zip
down
dive
to
on
Zip
the Miky.
Caster.
Good trade on the Zipcaster, honestly.
This might be the first match where something has happened in the first 10 seconds of the game.
Indeed, and once again 2-2 down on the side of Black Lotus, but they're trading that out quickly again for 2 down on the side of Moonlight. It is 2 down on one side, then 2 down on the other side, back and forth constantly.
We got score out here on Black Lotus. We have 78 points. So Black Lotus is currently in the lead here, 2 and through their penalty points as possible. And of course, as soon as they say that, we got to pause on the penalty points. Both had 7 penalty points each.
What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. Moonlight decided to push in onto their snipe and
Moonlight decided to lock in.
This snipe is going
That
to be very
pencil
important.
is really far up for how far up that Zuka is.
And yeah, actually, this is quite great.
Basil is not afraid of that Zuka.
Of course, we do have pencil here, using that spotter scope range without having the restrictions of a spotter scope to try to get cover as much space as humanly possible.
And
Up
there
comes
goes
the Finding
Zuka, off
Omega.
goes Omega.
And it looks like we're going to be pushing in. Let's see if they can get that zone flip here. Basil just biding their time, trying to paint as much of the zone as possible. And we got a quick flip from Black Lotus. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that we don't have any reef cheese going on here. While Barnacle and Diamond is the big zone, the cheese could still work.
And we're fighting here.
Down here.
No, we're not fighting
Versus
there. Chen says, I'm gone, I'm out.
If no one doesn't get a pick of this Kraken, that is actually pretty good for Black Lotus.
And we got a flip here. But the teams, it is still very even. We only have 59 points on the side of Black Lotus. It could just take one flip and some smart positioning to take them all down.
I believe Basil got a pick on the 52 through its wall.
And it looks like we got 1 down, 2 down on the side of Black Lotus, and it looks like Basil, again, just using the snipe to their advantage, trying to get as much paint out as possible, trying to pick out that head here as well.
Guess here we see Nolan was saying Kraken as we're ticking down to the last 26 of the match. Black Lotus at most has, well, now 1 chance to push.
Now we have 1 last chance here to push. We got 5 points here left. Let's see. We got to pick on
We find Basil, but are we going to be able to neutralize it? But I don't have enough paint ready.
And it's a quick game for Moonlight there.
Moonlight bringing the set to a clean 5-0, making them now 3-0 in sets.
Which is very, very impressive. Of course, it is Moonlight, so we do know that Moonlight is basically the best right now, currently. Which I'm very excited to see if they are going to win any majors. Riptide.
Riptide?
Riptide? In my head, I'm like, oh my god, Riptide.
Yes, Riptide is actually not that far away when you think about it.
You come down to some locals like Sunset Surge and Booyah Bay.
Yeah,
Or
like
your
Sunset
local-
Surge happening tomorrow.
Oh my
Right
God.
here on this very channel.
Sunset Surge happening.
Unfortunately, the couch will not be here, though.
No, we have to leave the couch behind. Pepe said we have to leave the couch behind.
It's a really comfy couch.
So we will not have a casting couch over at Sunset Surge. However,
In this
maybe-
replay, we're gonna see that Zuka come out and Black Lotus being able to take a little bit of space, but Moonlight shutting them down instantly. And that ultimately will secure them the game.
Oh, we're gonna see that this is also a very scuffed fight.
Yeah, this fight.
The agree to disagree engage.
Oh my God.
Like, no. I will say though, Nolan is actually very, very good. Probably one of the better Kraken users I've seen in quite a long time.
Nolan is very disciplined about holding his Kraken.
Not as good as Fufu. Shout out to Fufu, our beloved
Fufu.
E-leader main.
Shout out to Fufu, who will be on Sunset Surge tomorrow on this
Yeah,
channel.
you can watch Fufu
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That's a surge.
All right, and with that, that concludes the set. As you see on screen, Moonlight wins 5-0. They're now 3-0 in sets. In case you're wondering why they're not either 4-0 or 3-1, that is because of reschedule. If I had to guess.
Yeah, according to LUTI rules, you are allowed 1 reschedule, and that will allow you to play basically on week 9 or 10 or however many weeks are going on.
Something like that.
Now, something like that.
We can also see on screen the current brackets.
Looks like, yeah, Moonlight has been very, very dominant this league, so far. Pepe, what LUTI rank are you right now? Did you do LUTI? Dang. That's fine. Never mind.
As we're going down, we can see.
Our next game will be Moonlight versus Floaters Grab a Life Vest.
That'll be their.
That'll be
set
next week's match.
Next week's match. Let's go.
There's still some matches that need to happen this week.
And actually, pretty soon after this, we are going to be commentating another set. That
Yeah, we
being,
got,
I am blanking on the names right now.
And by we, I think
that
you
one.
mean you. 'Cause I'm ready to
Vacation
tap
and
out.
Mickey Mouse House.
Yes, Mickey Mouse House, or yeah, Mikey Mouse House. Sorry, I can't read. And vacation.
Vacation.
Vacation!
Which is what you should be taking if you ever decide to go to the Splatoon local.
Look what it says under Sunset
Don't hit the
Search
mic.
too. It said,
So, we're actually all on vacation right now. Taking a vacation out here to Sunset Surf in Arizona. That's a lot.
H-Town boo!
H-Town
H-Town boo right there.
We got a little bit of a rivalry going on right now. Which I'm sure the TO of H-Town is going to be very, very happy if they see that.
You'll be thrilled.
Boo! Boo H-Town!
Pepe throwing some classic shade here.
So yes, Pepe's house. That is our at right
Yes, that is our at. We're currently at Pepe's house.
So for the most part, I believe we are now transitioning into our I guess discussion period as we wait for the next set.
Yeah, I guess we have a discussion period. Go and watch Sunset Surge. Or if you want to take a red eye, you can always see it in person. I definitely recommend taking a red eye to go to Sunset Surge.
There's still time.
There is still
There's
time.
still time. You have a whopping. I can't read.
Well,
aren't all of us playing in Sunset Search too?
I'm not.
No.
I'm a
Everyone
spectator.
but M-Dog. So
Unless there's someone
I'm not playing.
Unless someone needs to sub.
you're not playing?
I came for fun.
Yeah.
And also to help if they need anything.
That's basically what I'm going to be there for. Try to get there as soon as possible and help out Pepe as much as we can.
It's Pepe advertising the poster. You can see the poster here and over there.
That one's a bit better to look at because it's not going to be glared from the sun or from the
light.
sun.
From the sun.
Yeah, the sun.
From the sun.
Also
the sun
known as a
sets
key light.
her.
Yeah, it's very much a key light.
The portable sun.
But
portable
yes,
sun.
I will. Well,
I heard
of course, I'll be at Sunset Surge. I will be commentating as well. But yes, it looks like we are going to be taking a small break while we set up vacation and Mickey Mouse.
Mikey Mouse.
Mikey Mouse.
Mikey Mouse.
I'm glad we're both doing it.
Sometime I'll have to ask. Actually, but yes, before we go on break, go to Sunset Surge or watch Sunset Surge.
Yes.
Or both. Do both. Preferably both.
You need like the Uncle Sam poster. I need you to go to Sunset Surge.
Don't give me
Yeah.
ideas for,
Alright, stay
for
tuned.
Anyway, yeah, stay
We will
tuned.
be right back.
Not tonight.
This has been Sunset Surge 2024. This has been the most hype I've ever been in a long time. Well, I'm happy to hear, man. I'm happy to hear.
Introducing the Splatoon Land Championship Showdown. A tournament where the winners of our favorite locals can face off in an online 8-team double elimination tournament.
I think they got it. Oh, that's the game. That monkey. Oh my god.
Come at me.
Introducing the Splatoon LAN Championship Showdown. A tournament where the winners of our favorite locals can face off in an online 8-team double elimination tournament.
Kick down the clock, all 4 of them alive. 2
That's
picks.
it. But one behind the duel. Can they get something too?
The best part is, you have an opportunity to play.
Oh!
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 Oh! Oh!
That's all the marbles. Wake up!
Oh my god! Oh!
Oh, it's a lot of control. He might just get in here. They
Allowing them to take the lead.
Barely. You're gonna get blocked by the
You gotta go! You gotta go! No!
It's up to Red to recap the zone all on her own. And they get
Just
it.
like welcome back. Nobody's got down. The Zipcaster gets 2. He gets 2.
Who will come out on top? Introducing the Splatoon LAN Championship Showdown, a tournament where the winners of our favorite locals can face off in an online 8-team double elimination tournament.
And the tri-strike kick too! With Kronos coming in and following up with the third, that is the wipeout going with 10 seconds left to go!
No, Mrs. Benson, nothing's wrong. We're just checking that.
Right.
All
We're
right.
back.
We're back.
Welcome. We, I guess, decided to do a podcast.
I believe Falco asked me we do this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
Suncast. The Suncast.
Yeah, so we are Suncast here. Once again, my name is M-Dog. I am a local Splatoon player here in Arizona, and I'm going to go ahead and have everybody reintroduce themselves just in case you decide to show up now.
Yes, hello, I'm Kaiser. I'm formerly from Arizona. I now currently live in the Midwest. I am the front line for the team Impulse, and currently play Decal. To my left is...
I'm Anakin. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. And I am a TO for Booyah Bay and an ex-comp player. Yeah.
I am Juna Dip. I'm also a TO for Booyah Bay. I mostly do the photography and not the dirty work. And to my left is...
I am Scoobs, and I'm a resident Range Blaster player, and I hail from Massachusetts.
Yes, once again, thank you guys very much for hanging out with us, and thank you for hanging out with us at the Suncast. We just wanted to really talk really quickly about today, generally about, lands, what you can expect, what different lands are going on right now, and what's going on in the future. Actually, if you don't know, I do some YouTube, and I do post shorts every couple of weeks about what tournaments are happening soon. But right now, currently, we are doing a Sunset Surge tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Here.
Tomorrow, starting at, what is it, 10 a.m.?
12 p.m.
12 p.m. PST.
Doors open at 10 a.m., but we'll
yes.
be start streaming at 12.
I do want to thank Falco.
Yes.
For everything. For literally everything.
For existing.
For organizing, for encouraging, for getting us all together, for literally everything. Just huge thank you to Falco. I legit thought it was just like a little community local TO server that we were just being invited to, and then I was like, I think other people do. I think I was just oblivious. I was like, surprise! So we're gonna do let's try to do a LAN championship showdown, and everyone got together, and this is just amazing. This has never happened in Splatoon before.
No, actually, and also like this casting couch kind of situation that we're in. This is, I believe, the first casting couch we kind of had for Splatoon.
Especially for LUTI.
Especially for LUTI. So hopefully we'll actually get a little bit more casting couches in the future. It is a little bit tough to, gather people around and talk, especially with Splatoon since it's such a massive online presence.
Yeah.
But with lands such as Sunset Surge, Booyah Bay, Battle of BC, which is not going to have a casting couch, but Battle of BC is something that's happening in the future, as well as Riptide. A bunch of tournaments, a bunch of local LAN tournaments. I definitely encourage you to go to. And honestly, if you're not sure, if you don't want to play, just come hang out.
Just go spectate.
A lot of people are very, very nice. You will be able to just walk up to any random person and say hi, and I guarantee you they will say hi back.
Yeah.
This is very true.
The vibe for like local lands and majors, I would say, is a little bit different. I think you if you want a more I guess for lack of a better word, like intimacy.
Yeah.
Definitely go to local lands. You will find your people there.
Oh yeah.
As you know, the Pepe did a wonderful mini documentary on Sunset Surge. And now that he's here.
Speaking of Pepe, Scoobs got thrown away.
I'm so sorry, Scoobs.
He hit the mic.
So, okay, first things first. Before I go into the logistics, before I get you guys more details about things and whatnot.
Who are you?
Who are you?
More importantly, who are you?
Well, I'm Pepe. I was born in Mexico, in Zacatecas, moved here in Arizona, and guess what? We have an amazing local community here in Arizona. And who would have thought? Who would have thought that we would have had so many cool people here? But yeah, I know, right?
Californian, sit down.
Now, okay, I could say a lot about California. They're my family. But you know what state I hate the most?
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Now, okay, Texas. I hope you're ready. Because you guys, stop.
AZ.
Yeah. So, for the LAN Championship Showdown. Okay, as we see here on the screen here now, this is gonna be our team previews for who you're gonna end up seeing tomorrow for Sunset Surge. Like, we're talking teams from many variety of skill sets, backgrounds, and just overall, just a lot of personalities out here. Like, we're talking from Hive, Cupid being our musician, Icarus being the man, Wumble like being our bird of the community, Snacker Up being the hype man of the community, Banana, I miss you, bro. Where have you been? Like, Chuddy, being a professional, like intelligent, intellectual scientist, as well as Snacker Up. Like I'm seeing all these lists of people that I see right now, and I'm like, wow, there is a lot of people here that are new, first time competing at a Splatoon LAN tournament, and some returning players. So it's like there's a lot that like goes into not only making the LAN, but like once you're in it, once you compete, once you enter the venue and you see those people, it's like, yeah, this is real. Like Splatoon, for a game being very online based, like online heavy based, like it feels different to like actually stay there, is to stay with all these people around you, see the people play with you and against you, and there's actual sportsmanship. Like, of course you'll have like those oddballs that like may not be very nice about it, but like there's just
few bad apples.
Yeah, exactly. But like there's just something nice about it, about our local community, and it's just so nice to have.
I think there's something really special specifically about Sunset Surge. I mean, Scoops literally flew down all the way from Massachusetts to be here. How many hours was that?
I left my house at
1 a.m.
hours to Logan. Airport relief. And then I had 6 hours.
6-hour flight,
Dang.
1 a.m. He's been awake.
6 hours to fly down here, 4 to fly back. Oh, wait.
He had a layover.
No, like that. No layover.
Gonna-
If you fly from Logan, you can fly directly from Logan all the way to Arizona. Oh.
And here, not only that, but I mean, this stream overall, this idea would not have been possible without a specific person. I'm gonna be the cameraman for a second. Hold on.
No,
gonna
no, turn the camera.
We're gonna
Turn
move.
the camera.
Turn camera, turn.
Go to the camera. Go to the camera.
Stop the camera. Yeah.
This is Jorian. You can't hear him right now.
Scream.
Amazing stream manager.
Oh god.
Blinded our viewers.
Hey, we got plenty of time.
We have plenty of time. We can keep talking.
Oh yeah, that's actually one thing that I also wanted to mention. Honestly, once you kind of get the taste for a local, even competitive in general, you
Oh,
kind
you
of
can't go back.
yeah, you can't.
You
go back.
can't
You
go
actually,
for sure.
you actually kind of get kidnapped into it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like genuinely, there's that part in your brain that's always like, oh man, that was really fun. And then you're like, okay, so when's the next one? And you're like, oh, okay. Then you go to the next one. You're like, okay, when's the next one?
Yeah,
It kind of just keeps going.
That's why I'm fully of the
Feedback
opinion.
loop.
No one quits Splatoon. No one quits this game.
I quit playing cop and I'm still TOing.
You will always have some affiliation with this game after you start.
Like when I played very, very, very 10 years ago. Oh my goodness! I played at the test fire for.
Oh
Splatoon
god!
1. And I was like, I put over 200 hours in Splatoon 1. I was like, oh, this is a fun game. Well, it grew really quickly, honestly. I continued into Splatoon 2. I didn't get into competitive until towards the end of Splatoon 2. But again, like of course, finding a team is kind of the hard part. But it's literally the hardest part. But once you find that team that you can really jive with, and then you realize that pretty much everybody is kind of like that. Because of course you're all just playing one silly squid game. And once that kind of gets into your head, and then you just meet people. Like I met Pepe work, really, actually. But that was just something that we were just trying to get into. And then couple years down the road, there's a new server that started up, and Pepe was like, "Yo, we're doing a tournament, we're doing a LAN." And I'm like, "A LAN? A LAN, you say?"
A LAN? Wow.
I was like, "You mean I don't have to travel all the way to Wisconsin just to do this LAN? Or I don't have to drive 4 to 6 hours to California to go to a LAN? I can do a LAN and it's only an hour away from my house."
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up. I was very impressed. And while I don't typically do tournament or bracket, it's still just a really, really fun time, just hanging out, talking to people. Like, I knew Shiny just by watching tournaments for a long time. I didn't even know bro was based in Arizona until the first episode. I
have my own funny story with Shiny.
Yeah, I literally checked. I was like, "Oh, let me check the brackets real quick." I was like, "Shiny? Oh my gosh!"
Okay, let's quickly mention basically the sister land to Sunset Surge.
We are kind of sister lands.
We are family. Like hey, us on the west side, we are so much better than the east. We're like a lot better than the
Pepe talking smack about the east side.
Particularly better than Texas.
So Booyah Bay went so well. Booyah Bay had a lot of sets to game 5. And it was so fun to watch. And at the end, no boys allowed, taking the whole game, the whole tourney, really. Actually, this is where the 4 hours of sleep comes in. Taking the whole tourney with Nico, Helix, Muty, Cleffa, and Rydia. Yeah, that's how you say that. And just honestly, they were doing so good. And then they just completely sweep Grands. And it was just like their fight to get there, it was just all so well deserved. They beat Healthy Diet Fuse Groups, which is part of Healthy Diet Food Group. They're able to beat Chippy Salsa. And, with these really good players.
My goat.
Yeah.
Evie.
And it was just amazing to watch.
How many people were at Booyah Bay?
Huh?
How many people were there?
Ooh, I don't have an exact number. It was, if Rice wasn't taking a nap, he'd be able to tell you. But it was around like 65?
Yeah, 65, 70-ish.
That maybe
it's a pretty big land.
Was that
I think at the peak it was probably 70 people.
One
day?
Switch
65
bracket,
teams?
one day.
Oh my god.
Peak probably 70 people. I saw, it was beautiful because I saw people, there was a father and daughter playing duo.
Yeah.
There was parents to support their kids who were there. There was people's friends who knew nothing about Splatoon came to watch their friends play. It was just, it was so great. And I would love, you could tell like when they walk through the door who's a Splatoon player, who's not. Like I could tell who were like the cousins of this one guy who was playing. And yeah, normal shirt, clothes, looking around like, what's going on here?
Yeah, no. So if we're talking about Booyah Bay right now, like it's just, even though you guys have only gone like 2 events, those 2 events were like amazing, I gotta say. Because not only did you guys have a successful land that did not end at 2 a.m. unlike us, but like it's just Booyah Bay, Soul Cali, Calturna. Like you California people have a very special place in my heart, and it like you all like just feel like family.
Unfortunately, you are unfortunately still Californian.
At least you're not Texas.
Yeah.
One flaw. One flaw, but I'm also the one perk.
I really appreciate the Arizonians have shown up every single LAN in like big
wow,
numbers.
Someone called us by a correct term.
In all of
right.
the
When they won the first Booyah Bay.
I did,
Yeah.
yes.
And
First week.
yes, it was very, very entertaining.
I think that Booyah Bay is really a special place for pretty much all of the West Coast to just come, because it's like pretty much smack dab in the middle of the West Coast.
It is surprisingly
Like
central.
everyone comes down from Sea Battle and up from Sunset Surge and just really everywhere and comes to Booyah Bay.
From even British Columbia.
And then there was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, Midwest.
And
All the way from the Midwest.
Those guys.
No, it was so much fun. I mean, it was very a lot of work. And I can't even, Rice is amazing. Shout out to We Like Rice.
He's
honestly,
currently asleep.
Yeah, he's currently asleep. He needs to take his little nap. But just amazing work from Kurt, from Jorian, from Amber, from Junie, from Rice, from everyone.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, shout outs to all the TOs who have to deal with everyone's crap.
I will say I do enjoy TOing in person so much more than I did online.
I can imagine.
The online space and competing online and competing in person, two wildly different experiences. And I appreciate the personalization, the intimacy, the connection that you have when we all come together and we can see each other's faces.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And-
like seeing everybody's faces is always nice. I mean, of course, it's a logistical nightmare. Splatoon's not an easy game to do tournaments for.
We're not melee.
Locally. Yeah, it's not. I mean,
where you can just roll up to a back alley with the CRT.
Someone's
and a
fight can get canceled, and then you delay the entire pool because there's
Hungry Fox said that for the record.
Of course he did.
You try to sub, you grab anyone who's just there, who's
Yeah,
not on the
genuinely.
team.
That happened when we were at
Riptide
Riptide.
2023.
Oh my god, I felt so bad.
M-Dog left us.
'Cause-
I was on a team with M-Dog.
Yeah, I felt so bad because when I was at Riptide, I signed up for Smash Brothers 2 when I was still playing Smash at the time, and then we did fairly well. We got to redemption bracket at Riptide. Yeah, I don't know how something happened, but the
The
problem
Swiss
with
moment.
that, yeah, it conflicted directly with my Smash games, and I was like, well, this sucks. Now I have to I had to pick. I picked wrong. Honestly, I did pick wrong. I should have stayed with Splatoon, but
Grabbed any I don't know who it was. They just grabbed some casual player who was there, and they're like, "You play, please,
yeah,
please,
literally,
please."
that's literally the
Oh,
thing.
man.
And we took him, and you know what? I think we were gonna lose anyway because it was a Swiss moment. We were in redemption bracket, and we did lose, so it's fine.
Yeah, it was. Of course, I don't. It's not anyone's fault. Of course, it just kind of happened, which I wasn't even prepared for that
I
because
forgive you.
after 2 years, but because I genuinely just woke up. I was staying in the hotel, so I was able to get down there and check, and I was like, I had to kind of freak out because I was like, oh my god, we're playing way earlier than we should be. But they did manage to kind of fix it with just bringing some random person, which is kind of what happens at Splatoon tournaments. You kind of just see people and you're like, hey, we need a sub. I can play. Perfect, get here. Get in here.
At
I
that
love when
same
people
Riptide,
yell.
I still remember to this day. Rice actively screamed out in the venue, "At Scrim +4."
Yep. That only happens at LANs. You can't get that anywhere else. So go to LANs.
Go to
Go
LANs.
to
Yeah.
local LANs.
For those of you watching that have seen LANs happen, that have seen any kind of content or media out there of people expressing their experiences with LANs here and there, it's just something that while yes, you are able to describe it to people, they're you literally you like this game that you play online? Well, guess what? It is possible to do it in person with a lot of caveats here and there. But just the idea that having to go there and just compete, play with your people that you really like, your close friends, and you make so many connections. And Annie, I really agree with you on the idea that TOing in person feels so much rewarding because unlike online, you don't really feel, you don't see how people interact, how they even talk to others. Having the reward to be, hey, I've TO'd for this local event, or even something as small as I helped this event, and now I'm wow, I see and I hear that people are grateful about it. People post about their LAN experience, and there's a thing called post-LAN depression, and it's just people feel it, people see it, and it's the moment that you feel that, I'm man, I want to go to the next one.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I might be weird. I've never experienced that in my life.
Yeah.
I
There's a
kinda
lot of
just-
times where you come out of LAN and you're like, that was so much fun. I want to play more Splatoon.
I only
Right.
get depressed because I can't go to the water park anymore.
I do want to say there's a lot of areas. I know like a lot of people are like, I don't have the money to go out to LANs, because it's too far away. I will say that we do support each other as local LANs TOs, and if you are in an area that's landless for miles, landless for miles.
It's just air.
There's no lands, and there's like you feel like, oh my god, you could always be the one who makes it happen. Call people in your area who you know, even just like 2 hours away. See whoever's in your state, and say, can we make this happen? Because that's how we were all able to make this happen.
That's what that guy did.
Yep.
Sunset Surge started off as a group chat with just 10 of us in it.
Yep.
I'm still in that group chat.
No, Rice literally just sent me a DM. He's like, hey, do you want to help? You want to help make a local LAN? And I'm like, are you insane? Of course I would.
Are you insane? Well,
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Should we do this?
Me too. I'm insane too.
Like, and you don't always have to, find a venue. You can always reach out to your local libraries. You can always, there's usually
Shout out
some
to
places...
Chicago local for that one.
Yeah.
Chai show.
There are some places that you can do it so that it can be more affordable. And we will all like reach out and fly down or drive down those 6-hour drives to come give you enough docks to use for your land. Shout out to Big Pickles.
I was gonna say, shout out to Big Pickles.
This guy has like 40 docks just sitting in his room.
Why?
Just so when someone goes, like someone needs them for a LAN, he's like, I'll go, and then he goes.
I think
he provides us with 40 docks.
I think I have like 3 docks in my room.
I only have my one. That's fine.
Well, that's because I own 2 Switch OLEDs. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, that is.
Screens are the hard part. Getting a good monitor.
Yeah.
It's also the part of the most headache. The first Sunset Surge, like, oh my goodness, that was filled with sound issues.
Oh,
But
God.
like, it was such a problem. But like, I think it took us like almost 2 hours to actually get started.
Yeah, like the initial time to remind those of you who know the story or don't, we were supposed to start at 2 p.m. and we started more than 2 hours after that. So
Sorry, I had 4.
Oh yeah.
given that in mind, right? We ended at 2 a.m. in the first Sunset Surge, and yeah.
I vaguely remember that occurring.
That moment is still one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, and there's no excuse for that. It was my first time TOing. Well, actually, I just said that there's no excuse. Like,
There's no excuse. Well, actually.
Really glad Booyah Bay went really well the first time. I was so happy. And also, we were talking about like people coming down to help each other. Big example, this guy right here, Ryan, comes to like nearly like come here.
Get over here. Now.
Talk a little bit about your experience.
Okay, God. I'm not wearing the headset because honestly.
You don't really need
Yeah, no, I don't need the
to.
headset. I can wait hear each other.
You
Yeah,
used to without
this
it.
is what's called the Chillcast, basically. But yeah, basically an experience. Oh, wait. Hey Pepe.
Yeah.
On the it is a calm trio. Can you press on that button? Calm trio on the stream deck. Calm trio.
This is why Pepe does not work
Yes,
with cameras.
That makes us
Extremely thankful for Pepe's production. Oh yeah, no. If you saw Pepe's production beforehand, like on all the screens, it's up like in all on a folder. Like Jesus Christ, the man would review. Like Jesus Christ, that was a mess. Yeah, but no. For production wise, what you asked, I am basically, as everyone can say, the producer of all time. Asset from Greece, if I remember correctly, because yeah, every single tournament, most the tournaments at least, the big ones, like you might have mentioned or might have saw either me, or Elemental, or maybe another streamer, but for weekly, like for Apple, I'm the only one that really exists right now, other than Sama, other than CKK, who's from IPL as well, and also new streamers is going to come in soon enough. But mostly for lands, and instead of like coming to Buya Bay, like honestly, like coming to Buya Bay, going to this, going to Sea Battle twice because that game's January as well, and also going to Big Dapple. I usually go to Big Dapple anyways, but this like whole row, which is 3 weeks to the world back to back, is technically insanity. But you know, insanity is what peak is needed for production, and production wise, just like for Buya Bay, like it was only like 2 people running it, was by its Christ and Kerr. But at the same time, in the secret of information, Kerr actually has a lot of experience in other games than Splatoon. So you need to have someone that knows Splatoon to go in it. And since Vice might not even know why he's sleeping, like Vice does stream for LUTI tonight. He did stream it like 2 weeks ago, I think, but he's really like off on the franchise right now. So really like having someone like me step in would be really a good call. And with that, we had a lot of changes that made it like look really better. Even having it on Dream Restream as well, because there's now a YouTube pod that's saved, which for a lot of series actually, like even for pods as well, they're all lost because of Twitch. Lost with the new wall as well. So, feeling Restream is peak. I'm saying that right now. But land-wise, like for this one, for Sons of Search, it's happening tomorrow, and also for Seabound for the last one, and even for later on, because the championships is happening on April 27th, and that is going to be happening on this channel and on the YouTube as well. But mainly, like everyone who helped out on this is really just really great. Like you guys were so supportive helping out as well. Like honestly, I felt like I was going to be an outcast when mentioning about being a staff because I was going to be like a one and done. But nah.
No,
we're going all in.
You're one of us now.
You're stuck. Stuck with us now.
I'm sorry.
Another one, yay!
I'm sorry for your loss.
So what are the chances of having a casting couch at the Splatoon Lantern Championship?
So,
it is online, so I have to be over Discord.
True.
So whoever's streaming it, everybody.
True.
basically, you need to spend like maybe. Well, ideas fly down. It's fly down. But honestly, I can say the main idea of like how to do like this kind of couch guys, like how this can be beaten. Honestly, it's the second Switch. Because honestly, like there was a discussion about for production about having a second Switch on the bottom left. Everyone is 50-50 about it, but you need to figure out how you can implement it really well, like researchedly how they did it. That's how you do it, but there was some flaws because again, it was online. If you have a second Switch with you, you can make it way better. And even the replay system, like a lot of people don't really know about the replay system that much, or are really kind of scared to figure out. Like LUTI tonight is the first people who actually taught me the replay system, and then I kind of implemented it everywhere, and now it's kind of the staple.
It's very much a standard, which I appreciate. It's very fun. Very nice standard.
The main thing about the replay system though is you can have it 2 ways. One way is what everyone does with the 30-second limit, or my way, which is basically like active replays every single time, like 10 seconds each. That's just a 50-50, like depending on who you want to do it or who does it. So like that kind of action depends on how like committed you are to it. A lot of people are committed to it, but you can kind of say, my insanity limit is kind of like this is everyone else, because everyone else is like, no, I'm kind of like right here. Like my half of my brain is really production on hand, but I think like more in production wise, like it's weird to say, but just like everyone can do it. Like if you have a PC, if you can want to stream, like you could do it. We need streamers. Like there is.
We desperately need streamers.
I don't
think more streamers. I think we need more content.
No.
Yes. We have like
Currently, there's like 3 dudes that stream all of Splatoon.
Yeah.
One of them is called Dude.
Yeah, we got Dude, we got Chara, we got Kyo, we got Vicvillian, but she's more of a casual player, so...
No, I meant like the people who stream the tournaments.
But
yeah.
Those kind of streamers, because those kind of streamers are really rare and people like don't really know how to start. So like, soon enough, like if you know Nate the Great from Riprace, they actually made a tutorial about a scoreboard on how you like do your own thing, how to make a scoreboard. You can run your own stream with that, and with the help of Elemental as well, and Under Pressure. They made like a full scoreboard and full tutorial. You can want to stream with that. That's like kind of easy to do. You just need a PC, PC power for it. And talk about the couch cast, like how you won this. It's basically, yeah, you just need people.
Yeah.
Like if you have people who can show up and do it, like that's the main thing. And like we did that as well.
In case Pepe kidnapped us from the airport.
That's one thing as well. That's
Pepe
one thing
literally
as well.
asked 4 of us in the car to do it.
Yeah, but no, but here's the thing. The master plan was because of me. So I'm the evil mastermind. But yeah, no, the main thing though is just for how to do couch cast like this. Kind of like how you do it in like all the socials, like in the Toronto social, we did it one time for the Salmon One event. You just need to have people to have it show up, come around.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but other than that, like talking about like couch cats, I had a like how this idea started. Honestly, I can just thank DOF for this because that was my first idea ever since I saw that. Because CTA did a live event for the finals like 4 seasons ago, and that was my first idea. Like, how can we go above that? And then watching for other lands, like they still do it too, but in the quality level of how CCA does it, or how the quality level of how we do it here, to this kind of level, again, and within Church we Surges League as well. From this level to that level to here, what can we combine all together to be like the perfect one? The perfect stream literally could be this couch cast, the couch cast with this. The overlay like this was LUTI tonight, which is going to be most likely is going to be with the Land Championships. It's going to be the second switch on the bottom left, basically for the map. That's because you have a second switch with you now, and replays. Like, if you have that, that basically is the pinnacle of Splatoon production. Solo or all together. Like, definitely if you solo, you're insane. But so close, but who will commit to the last part?
We could also afford to censor the text next time.
Wait, no, that's
okay, no, this is the last second, okay? It's 3:15. Yeah, by the way, it's 3:15 right now, so we actually have another set for LUTI tonight with the fact. Funny enough, we waited since 3 p.m. because they didn't make a room yet. So yeah.
How about we're gonna call the end to the podcast. Thank everyone for coming on. We're gonna send Jorian back to his streaming station.
I think we also might be swapping one of our comms out.
Probably.
I'm gonna wait the price.
Yeah, so
looking up.
thank you very much for kind of chilling with us at the Suncast. We do have another set coming up here. We have
very shortly
Miky Mouse and Vacation. But again, thank you guys very much for hanging out. We're gonna go ahead and probably swap over to a brief break so we can swap everyone around. Again, my name is MDog. You can find me on socials, MDog990 on Blue Sky and Twitter. And I also have a YouTube channel, MDog990, where I both stream Splatoon. Right now, I'm currently streaming Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I do post videos, shorts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At least as much as I can with the time that I have. So if you're ever interested, yeah, feel free to check me out. I try to post as much advice about the game as possible. And of course, if you are ever curious about what I'm doing in the future, feel free to follow me there.
Yeah, I'm Kaiser. I play the game competitively. I don't really use social media, but you can find me on mostly Blue Sky at just Kaiser. I don't talk about the game much. I don't think I need to explain. I like anime more. And I guess VTubers now. I don't know. But yeah, I talk about the game, play competitively. I can answer questions occasionally. I do coaching occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, you're coaching this one. Yeah, I'm Anakin. I don't really use my socials, but I do have socials, so you can find me Twitter, some variation of Anakin. I usually swap the I's for some ones. Might have both of them. Yeah. And then same for Blue Sky. I'm not super active on those, but I will occasionally, post something, usually about the lands. Huh?
I'm Gina Dip. I post on YouTube once in a millennia. I've posted maybe a video like a couple years back, and you can find me on mostly Blue Sky. I do check Twitter occasionally, but I'm really never on there. Most of what I post is gonna be probably about Bouillabaisse on Blue Sky. So.
And I am Scoobs. You can find me at Scoobs on Blue Sky, and you can also find me on Twitter, but I'm not as active anymore. I sometimes will post art every once in a blue moon.
Again, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We're going to go on a quick break. Thanks, Pepe, for hanging out with the Suncast. Please watch Sunset Surge tomorrow. We will be live at as close to 12 p.m. as we possibly can.
12 p.m.
And you can bet on it. Do not bet on it. See you
Although I do
tomorrow,
encourage
or actually later this time, so we can watch that after the next.
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
Don't leave.
All right, and we're back here with our casting couch, minus a couple of people. We're currently swapping everybody around as quickly. We actually weren't expecting them to be as ready as they were. Yeah, so we have Rice.
Yes, Rice woke up. Yeah, so we were quite ready for this. Usually, NA takes forever. So,
Yeah, so
maybe we weren't ready.
But we're basically just gonna jump into our two teams here. We got Mickey Mouse House and Vacation.
Mikey Mouse.
Mikey Mouse. This is definitely going to be a new one for me. I actually have not heard of any of these teams, but they are Division X. They are going to be very, very good. Looks like our first game is, of course, Hagglefish Market, Splat Zones, which, you know, very, very even teams. I think
Usually the Scrim starter map.
Yeah, usually a Scrim starter. All right, perfect. And we're going to jump straight into the game here. Let's see what we got on each team. We got Miky Mouse here, very standard comp here. And
E-Leader.
E-Leader. Okay, so we got E-Leader here on Vacation. And
Okay, now I'm pretty sure I have seen Vacation sort around before Silver. I'm pretty sure I've seen them before. I could be lying though. You never know with me.
Yeah, you never know. All right, and looks like we already got a 3v3 going on right in the first 10 seconds of this game. Now, the one interesting thing that we see here is that we opted for an E-Leader. You don't typically see E-Leader in high division games. You don't really see
anything
them.
unless it's a pencil.
Yeah, typically it's going to be either a pencil, and if you even don't have a pencil, you're going to run headed, but not E-Leader. While it is good for the NZAP, so you can enable other backlines. Again, the E-Leader is not really a backline you typically see, but it looks like it's going to work in their favor here with Vacation. Taking the zone here first off, we already have Azuka active on the right side here on top of 10. And with these strikes, okay, we're not going to get that zone cap.
We do have to actually hold that.
It's kind of impressive. And we're slowly... Rice! All right, and it looks like Mickey Mouse House is kind of getting pushed back pretty solidly by Vacation. It looks like we got two taken out on the side of Vacation. We got a very aggressive E-Leader placement here, which is actually exactly what you want to do to take as much advantage from the E-Leader's range as possible.
Yes, that's something you want to do. Sorry about that. Over.
Sorry about that.
Okay, yes.
All right, and Vacation is still taking control. They're actually taking a very dominant control here. Let's see if
they are not giving up the zone to Miky Mouse.
Yeah, we'll see if Miky Mouse. Oh, looks like Miky Mouse.
They finally do have their setback.
And it looks like they're going to be pushing forward here, trying to take as much of the center space as possible. And again, see, for pretty much where this pencil is marked, you're going to have to be very, very careful because the E-Leader will be able to take you out pretty much at any point. And we're getting Miky Mouse. The clock is ticking on Miky Mouse side here. And we got, Sun. Oh, Blaster. Hi, Blaster.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, it looks like we're... it actually looks like Miky Mouse is able to take hold, solid hold here. It doesn't
They are
look
in danger
like...
of contesting.
It is, yeah, it doesn't look like Vacation is having an easy time coming back in here. It looks like we got a jump out coming in from Miky Mouse, and we got 3 points here to lead, and it looks like they're... Ooh.
We're holding only barely.
We're holding, and it looks like Miky Mouse is able to take a lead here just barely. We got 10 points left here going on, and we got 3 down on Vacation, so it looks like with that, Miky Mouse is going to actually take control of game 1 here.
Sorry, we're having technical issues right now.
We're still having some slight audio problems here. Trying to get Rice on the headset as quickly as possible. Are you good?
You know, it's okay. I don't need audio.
Okay. That is fair. And it looks like we got a good replay here. Oh, not quite a Zipcaster takeout here. And looks like the slots are kind of just getting cornered here. Kind of a quick game, actually. Very, very... It was kind of back and forth there for a little bit, but unfortunately it didn't look like it was back and forth there for long. But it looks like we finally got Rice here on the mic. Good morning!
Good morning. It's been a long day, guys. But...
Welcome to the land of the living.
You know, excited for some Division X action. I believe this is our first set from this group from Division X.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's nice to finally see the other side of Division X because we've only really been seeing the top side of it right now. Yeah, we can see it. This is Miky. It's Miky Mart, right?
It's Miky Mart.
Okay, yeah.
At least I assume it's Miky Mart because they don't have. I get copyright. Miky Mart.
Yeah, Miky Mart versus Vacation. You know, Vacation being a team that's a little more, I guess, untraditional in terms of they have an E leader compared to the, you know, pencil/edit. But, you know, that's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and it did kind of work out there for a good while. They were able to kind of, honestly, it looked like it was more of a threatening presence rather than a, this is the person who's going to be the main picker.
That's for sure.
Which I feel like that's something that you'd want to do with E-Leader anyway, is every time you have E-Leader anyway, it is going to be a more threatening presence rather than, you know, a person who is there to take space. Obviously, with the gigantic range that the E-Leader scope has, you're going to want to be careful, and that is going to kind of hold down whatever site that you have.
But it will be interesting to see how they play on Mako Mart tower control here. They actually go for the
We are
custom
really committed to
E-Leader.
this through E-Leader.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be committed to this E-Leader. We're going to have Kraken out on the side of Vacation here, and no change from Miky Mouse House. So already getting 2 down on the side of Vacation, which will allow Miky Mouse to get a little bit of early points. Oh, you might want to grab the cooler! That's kind of a dangerous spot to place the cooler because it could get destroyed in a matter of seconds if you're not careful.
Yeah, but maybe they wanted to do that intentionally. Maybe they wanted to farm for that new cooler faster. But that's actually 3 down on the side of Miky Mart. Miky holding the ground here. They might actually get another pick. Doesn't get a pick, but kind of stalled enough for their team to respawn.
And it looks like we are going to pretty much reset it back here. We already got... Oh, hi, Tri-Strikes. Then Tri-Strikes back onto the tower, so unfortunately, Miky Mouse is going to have to drop the tower, but looks like they're going to go back here. Let's see if they can actually... if they actually can push this tower back to the first checkpoint beyond.
Yeah, you know, once you get past that first checkpoint, you want to really get to second check to try to break that checkpoint. That's usually when this map gets really snowbally. But we can see here Vacation kind of stopping Miky Mart from really pushing that far up till he gets taken down by Miky there. And this is kind of just that fight in mid as Mako Mart happens to be sometimes.
Yeah, it's actually kind of one of probably the most mid-fighting maps you'll see on pretty much any kind of mode here, especially on tower control, because you have to take up so much space because both the checkpoints are kind of just right there. So you really need to be pushing as far as you reasonably can without making it a danger to yourself.
Sure, but we can see Mikey Mart. Oh, Mikey getting a pick. I believe that was with the bomb there. They do take one down. It's kind of an even fight. It's the 3 down on the side of Vacation, and it's kind of just that constant fight in mid, back and forth right now.
It's very similar to the previous set that we watched. There was a lot of back and forth, very much back and forth. Both teams were kind of just fighting each other tooth and nail to try to get any semblance of an advantage that they can.
But you see that cracking coming out from Devin. Devin unable to get too much value out of that cracking, getting pushed away. Mikey Mart pushing back into mid. We can see Alwo trying to push forward, but Cooler on the side of Vacation gonna stop that forward momentum from Alwo.
So we got 2.5 minutes here. It looks like Mikey is still getting this advantage here, but just barely. We'll see if Vacation is going to be able to take the points that they need here. We actually did see Zipcaster come in. Unfortunately, wasn't able to take out the Tri-Strike user, the Slosher over here, and we're going to be resetting back, and it actually does look like Vacation was able to clear the first checkpoint and moving directly straight into the second checkpoint.
Yeah, this is usually where the points try to float. A lot of points start taking down. Devin using that Kraken actually to just try to get rid of that second checkpoint. They do get the second check, and that's going to be a lot of points down for Vacation. They're actually still trying to push that tower, but I believe that Silver going down there, that will be the stop of Vacation push.
And looks like Mikey Mouse is kind of slowly resetting here, trying to get as much as possible before they're able to push in. Vacation actually stalling a tower just a little bit to their advantage here. Now that Mikey Mart has 3 down, Vacation is going to be able to probably very cleanly push back into that second checkpoint, or, you know, as I say, that one goes down on tower and basically resetting everything once again.
Silver and actually in a really good spot to poke. They got one, an assist on another, and this might be Vacation trying to keep pushing more, but Mikey's stopping that Zipcaster. That's going to be a stop of Vacation's push again, but Devin getting 2 crucial picks there.
Man, that E-Leader was such a prime, I would assume, very maximum possible range that you could get on that E-Leader.
Yeah, you know, it's scary sometimes how far E-Leader can really reach, because sometimes you think you're super safe, but they just shoot you across the map, and we saw that with Devin there. But you know, that's still 3 down on the side of Vacation. It's just Italy left out holding the space down, but we see all with the Zuka ready, pops the Zuka, gets Italy, and that's gonna be more of a push for Mikey Mart to push in with.
We got 30 seconds left on the clock here. Mike and Mark making quite an insane push here. They might be able to make a comeback here. They're very, very careful. They're able to take out 2 on the side of Vacation. But unfortunately, it looks like Mikey Mouse was unable to kind of close in that gap.
Yeah, Mikey Mouse, they had a really good push towards the end there, but I think 2 people went down on that tower, and the Blaster trying to get back on, I think went down to a bomb, and that really stopped a lot of that momentum. But, you know, Vacation, they had a really good push towards the middle of the game where they got past the second checkpoint, and second check is usually what is really hard to get past on this map.
Yeah, there have been times where even when I'm playing, even in solo queue, where it's much more difficult, getting past that first checkpoint alone from, you know, flankers, 52 gals, blasters, anything that can hold that ledge there is going to be super dangerous. And even if you have, you know, a pencil hanging back trying to defend that ledge, it's going to be very difficult to take that check.
But set is tied up now, 1-1. I'm interested to see if Mikey Mart has any adaptations they want to make. Just because, you know, this seemed like a very strong beginning for them, but then towards the end, Vacation could have pretty much just stole that momentum away.
Absolutely. Up next here, we are going to have Undertow Spillway, and we'll definitely see who decides to go for that pop first. I don't know if either team is really going to be hankering for pop. In my opinion, like I said before, Undertow doesn't really have a huge advantage in terms of popping, where you'd be able to get your special fairly quickly. It doesn't actually paint that much, and because of that, you don't really get a whole lot of advantage from popping first. So even if you let your opponent pop first, it's not that big of a disadvantage.
No, for sure. But it's interesting to see you know, usually once you get that pop, we always try to go for that left checkpoint. I guess left in terms of whoever's on the offensive side. I'm interested to see how teams really, if they do use that pop, push forward with the paint. At least the little bit of pop does give you, because you know, if you're fast enough, you can kind of just run it and bolt it towards that left side to get more of a safer push. And you know, sometimes you can get that checkpoint with people not even really looking at it.
Right, absolutely. And because of that, I'm actually kind of curious if one of these teams will decide to go to the right. Of course, because everyone expects to go to the left because that's the much safer option, maybe you'll want to mix it up and go to the right side. There have been a few times where going that right side is going to be the more advantageous side, just simply because people don't typically pay attention to that side. So it could be possible that one of these teams will be able to take the right side. Of course, with the pencil and the E-Leader, you kind of do have to watch out because they'll have very, very clear sight lines on that right side. So you do have to be careful of that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who's really going to be picking up for these teams. Will it be the pencil or E-Leader, or will it be more of the support player to pick it up? As you know, that's usually the more traditional. We actually see a 52 gal Deco. I believe that's the one with the screen instead of a shot.
Yeah, that one's gonna have curling bomb and screen. So it's still a very, very selfish kind of kit. 52 gal is obviously gonna be one that pushes in and gets as many spots as possible. Although screen is gonna be an interesting choice. You don't typically see a screen in high tier competitive just because of how difficult it is to use.
Yeah, we do see that 52 gal Deco going down early. I think they're trying to feed that opening gambit that they're playing with right now. But that's going to be 2 down on the side of Vacation. Count that a third, and that might be a checkpoint break for the side of Vacation.
And yep, as we see it, broke through the first checkpoint. Miky Mouse already kind of getting steamrolled in there. Haven't even really gotten past the second checkpoint anyway, the first checkpoint anyway. They're just going to keep going and going and going. They're utilizing their specials, trying to keep them from pushing as hard as they can. And it looks like we're doing a little dance here on the grates, trying to stay alive as long as possible.
Yeah, they do get, C does get taken down, but that's 2 down on the side of Miky Mouse.
It's hard to say. It's very hard to say.
But yeah, that's 2 down. That's going to be an even bigger push from Vacation, I believe, here. They do only get 1 extra point, but I think it's really important that they're kind of just stalling this on the side of Vacation side, making it really hard. On Miky Mouse's side, making it really hard to really feel comfortable defending themselves.
I'm just gonna start calling House from here on out. I swear, like, I love Splatoon players, but man, sometimes their team names are just very, very weird. Really doing a little dance here, trying to stay alive. Fortunately, was not able to.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a stop in terms of momentum for the side of Vacation. We see Devin here trying to hold the ground, but that screen being utilized to really block the vision of the E-Leader. I think that's the reason that the screen was used. It was to prevent the E-Leader to have good sightlines, but we see Steve here flanking from behind, getting one.
Not able to get the pencil here, unfortunately. We got Cooler active here. On the side of Miky, and Vacation is going to be holding this spot as much as possible. And you do, of course, have to be very careful with this E-Leader. Looks like the E-Leader decided to pop cracking. Getting 1, pushing in, getting 2. Let's see if we can get another one here. Not quite before the Kraken time runs out. But we were able to do that to get a wipeout on the side of Miky Mouse.
Yeah, and then we see Steve here on that 52, pushing so fast forward, pretty much ignoring everything else in mid. They can do that just because they knew there was a wipeout. You can kind of see they're trying to stall, unable to really push any more forward. But that's still 2 down on the side of Miky.
And it looks like Vacation is actually going to get a really massive push here. Even though that the Sasha was there to try to kill the Rainmaker, unfortunately it didn't happen quite as early as they wanted it to, leaving Vacation down to just 1 point.
Yeah, for sure. And we see just that 1 point. This is a pretty hard push for Miky to really push for, because if they want to win this game, they have to KO.
Right, and that E-Leader, yes it was. The E-Leader didn't even see the reticle there. It kind of just showed up out of nowhere, to be quite honest.
Yeah, E-Leader very scary if you just peek a little bit. If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like we're kind of holding down mid here on the side of Miky Mouse. You got the splatter color going out, doing that little bit of chip damage that the splatter color is known for, and able to secure one splat there. But it's not really enough. It looks like the 52 gal from Vacation is really, really used to 2v1 situations.
Yeah, Steve doing such a good job. I feel like at every 2v1 situation they're at, they always come out either winning or at least trading out someone, and that's not what you want to happen in a 2v1 situation. But we do see here it's just Kit Kat, I think, left on the side of Miky Martz's. Oh my god.
The house?
Yeah, it's gonna go house. On the side of house, Miky being able to hold mid, actually getting a couple picks there. But again, House has to knock this out to win the game. And we see Devin here pops the Kraken, the Rainmaker gets taken down. There's only about 15 seconds left for them to try to push here. And it's just the 52 deco left.
Ooh, what a flick shot from that E-leader. Looks like we got 5 seconds left, and Vacation is doing the classic and deciding to run back as far as possible with it. And we also have one person staying with him just in case, because sometimes bad things can happen when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully they don't have on the side of house. They didn't really have anything like a zip caster, just fly across the map and try to pick off the Rainmaker. But you never know.
Absolutely. It looks like Vacation will be taking game 3 here. Very, very even. It was a very solid push for both teams here, but Vacation was able to just, again, you said it before, they took that inch and they honestly ran the whole 9 yards with it.
No, for real. Any small opening that they got, they did not hesitate to push forward and move fast, and that's kind of the difference between different levels of play. Just how fast these teams want to play, how fast they take opportunities and don't really hesitate to take them.
Absolutely. And just the decision making, the snap decision making that you have to do in that moment to decide, well, when are you going to push or what are you going to do? That is really, really impressive on both sides, count. Up next here, we have Scorch Gorge Clan Blitz. Now, Scorch Gorge will probably see the same loadout from both teams, mostly just because Pencil, Staple, Kraken, Clan Blitz, it kind of checks out.
Oh, for sure. I would agree with you. I think the Kraken E-leader might be a lot more, I guess, a lot more impactful than the regular E-leader with Wavebreaker. But I'm interested to see any adaptations. We do see the shot coming back out instead of that 52 deco, and it is that custom E-leader.
Yeah, so not a whole lot of changes here. We, of course, like you said, we have the shot here on the side of House. Part of me wants to be like Dr. House. For
sure.
And the 52 guy was already down on the side of Vacation, allowing House to kind of just push in just a little bit, try to get as much space as possible right here.
Yeah, we can see House here actually getting 2 picks, gets the third one there. They go off the Zuka, try to get the 52 down. That's gonna be 3 down on the side of Vacation, but they were back super fast with that cooler.
It looks like House is trying to get the... Okay, well, House definitely will get the points here now after the taking out 2 on the side of Vacation. And it looks like we'll see if they can extend this even just a little bit.
Yeah, we see that Zipcaster going down. That's gonna be a couple more points for the side of House. They're trying to funnel these clams in. They don't have a lot right now, but they're getting these picks. The E-leader gets taken down by that Pencil, I believe.
Yeah, that time economy is actually fairly poor, but it looks like some are just kind of popping up where they need them to. We're getting already down to 23 on one push, already down to 20 on one push, which is very, very rare for clams to happen, especially in a Division X game.
And it's just that X have left. They got a couple clams in. This is enough for the KO. And
wow. That was fast.
That was fast, but honestly, they played it really smart. We can see each time that the timer where the basket would go up, almost expired. They threw like maybe one or two more clams in and started fighting again. And they constantly did that for that whole push.
Which is really impressive. That's not really something that you'd see in Division 10. Hell, that's really hard to see even in Division, Division X, sorry. There's Division X and then there's Division 10, and they're like on the opposite sides. You can't
help in 10.
Yeah, exactly. That's why in my head, because I'm thinking like Genesis X, Genesis 10, Division X, Division 10. Like, come on.
No, I don't blame you at all. But you know, that's how clam blitz should be played when people think about, oh, you know, you need to slowly throw in clams. You need to also hold the forward position in terms of, you know, if you just score and leave, you don't get too much out of that. But sometimes that's kind of what you have to do. But House doing a good job just cycling those clams in, being really smart, being very smart with what they're doing. I was told to move closer to the mic. But,
sorry, this couch is super cushy, so I'm just like,
no, for real. It's like, you know, when you lean back a little bit, you're actually super far.
Yeah, it does get quite far away. But up next here, we're going to go back to Splat Zones on Particle and Dime. Now, this is going to be one of my favorite maps on this mode here, specifically because of the snipe position. I really, really like holding snipe, and I do kind of want to see how each team will use that in their gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. But we do see Devin going back to actually the regular E-Leader with Wavebreaker, but no changes on the side of House.
Looks like Miky already got sniped from quite a ways. Probably wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough for House to really push back in if Vacation gets set up properly. And that's actually the situation that they're in right now. Vacation in a really good spot, gets 2 down. It's the Blaster trying to hold. That's a 3rd down on that side of Vacation. But the Stamper does go down for peeking a little too far.
I think they're bad about last game.
No,
just a little bit.
I would be too, you know.
We got a delayed strikes here. Looks like it wasn't enough to quite take control of the zone here. And it looks like actually House was able to get quite a cap here, and hi. That's one thing I just love about 52 Gals. Sometimes they kind of just show up out of nowhere, and they're just there, and you don't have time to react.
No, and it's so scary because 52 just being there is such a menacing presence. Because, you know, even if it's not getting that pick, it paints so well for being such a good fighter, and then you can also two-tap people, and it's like, you can't have both. That's the both worlds.
It's a very well-rounded weapon for sure. Oh yeah, it's a very, very well-rounded weapon. Not something that you see in high tier too much, simply because there are better options. But it is something that when you do see it, it's a threat pretty much no matter where you are.
Yeah, for sure. But we see House here pushing back in, gets 3. Just Devin on the E-Leader. They had to jump out. No jumps back into Devin, unfortunately. So this is going to be House's chance to make a hold here, but they aren't pushed up as far as we saw on the side of Vacation during their hold here, and that's going to be 2 down on the side of House.
House is, looks like they're playing a little bit more reserved here. Looks like they're trying to hold that zone for as long as possible. Definitely doing a really, really good job of playing patiently, kind of just outweighting the E-Leader, and actually just barely staying out of the E-Leader's range, so they're not getting kicked off one by one.
Yeah, for sure. And that's actually going to be the first time House has lead in this game right now, but that's 2 down on their side. Cooler gets popped. They're probably going to use this to try to push back in from this hold on Vacation. But we can see Kit Kat trying to look for that pencil. Gets taken out by Silver on that Stamper. That's 2 down on the side of House. And that might be the lead swap for the side of Vacation here.
Yeah, definitely. Vacation chewing through those penalty points like they're nothing. And slowly taking as many points and taking as much space as they can to try to prevent House from even remotely trying to push in to their snipe.
Yeah, we see the strikes coming out. The ball will come out a little early here, but no one's on the zone to paint for House there.
Already back and forth. It's only game 5. Game 5, and it's already very back and forth, which is very impressive. Of course, this is a Division X team again. Neither of them are slacking off. They really, really want to go home with the W.
No, for sure. But no, Vacation going up 3-2. They only need 2 more games to win. This is pretty, or I don't know what I was trying to say. But you know, they're after seeing that Clan Blitz game, I would think, you know, all the momentum's on the side of House, but Vacation kind of just came back and was like, no, that game was a fluke. You know, they got lucky.
Yeah, they definitely did. They said, yeah, it's one game.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm interested, again, I think the key here for the side of Vacation is going to be Sieve on that 52, because I feel like they've been such a menace on the side, on the side of Vacation for House to really handle, because I feel like when they did get a lot of picks, Sieve was still there in that back line, pretty much being like, hey, no, you cannot get this without at least me trading someone out, at least me taking out a key player on your side.
Absolutely. Now we're just going to go into the next game here, which is Tower Control. I don't remember what map it's on, but it's definitely Tower Control.
I believe it's Ship Shape, yeah. Ship Shape on Tower Control. I'm interested to kind of see... Same thing, this map gets really snowbally, and it's a little... I think it's a little awkward for E-Leader to really set up sometimes. Just because being on Tower isn't great for the E-Leader, because it does go on a lot of low ground. So maybe they might... We can see Pepe there. Sunset Surge representation.
Sunset Surge as per usual. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. We will be streaming it live. We'll do it live.
We're doing it live. Yes, but we're going into this game. I'm not sure if there's gonna really be any comp changes from either side. Ooh, actually,
got a 96 deco.
As I say that, we do see that 96 deco. I wonder if they're choosing this for that Kraken maybe, or maybe to have that fighting potential against someone like Sieve on their 52. That's actually an early pick for Miky there onto Silver, but Devin trades someone out on the other side.
Keep playing very patiently, making sure not to overextend. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough because there is a Sniper Rider right there. As soon as the Sniper Rider kind of shows up, you kind of have to back out.
Yeah, we see the jumps coming in, gets punished. That's 2 down on the side of House. I think it's Miky on that 96. I think they jumped out. No, they're in the Kraken. I was like, where did they go?
Miky was able to take down this Stamper over here, and we're going to be able to climb up this wall, get behind them, and just flush them off the tower. And not quite a wipeout here, but Vacation was unfortunately having to retreat, leaving House to take up as much of it as possible.
Yeah, we see House kind of pushing very fast here. That cooler in a dangerous spot, but everyone already grabbed it. I don't know if it got crushed. It did not get crushed, so that's going to be a slower cooler on the side of House here. They're trying to push past this first checkpoint. The wall on Tower actually being really crucial, but as I say that, they still get picked off even though there's a wall. I don't know what to say.
We got Kraken here. Actually useful for an escape right now. Trying to pick out one person, trying to prevent from getting destroyed themselves. But oh my gosh, looks like we got 2 down on the side of Vacation. Actually 3 down from the time I was talking about that. And it looks like House is able to push in, getting as many picks as they are, and it looks like the swap is working out very, very well for House.
Yeah, House getting that tower. They're not able to really push it too far right now. That E-Leader, again, using their maximum range. They're taking off the person on tower. Miky has to try to survive here. In that 1v1, gets taken down by Sieve on that 52 gal. And this might be Vacation's opportunity to really get a lot of points here.
Now, one thing I do actually like about this Tower Control map Ship Shape is how back and forth it can be, and you're definitely seeing that right now. Even though both teams have gone pretty much almost a wipeout, Vacation hasn't really been able to maximize this push a whole lot, and that's just because of how even that you can be on this map.
No, for sure, but that's gonna be a lot of points down, but not to the checkpoint on the side of Vacation for their push. This tower control map is actually really tough because there's a lot of distance between that first checkpoint and the last checkpoint, and there's nothing really in between to really stop it.
Yeah, and actually that last checkpoint that I mentioned is going to be one of probably the toughest checkpoints in the game, considering that you're going to be fighting high ground, and whoever wants to flank in from hallway.
Yeah, for sure. But we do see the push really getting started for the side of House. Sieve getting taken down. Well, never mind. It's a 1v3 situation. It's just that E-leader, but we've seen Devin clutch out a couple of pushes here, so we can never underestimate them. But that's gonna be lead and to the second checkpoint for the side of House.
Looks like we're trying to get picked off Vacation here, but not quite enough. Looks like House is going to be able to hold on to this checkpoint for as long as they can, clearing it. And now all they have to do is get through hallway. They're going to use advantage of the high ground, of the enemy high ground, one of the more advantageous sides of the game, in order to secure that win.
And what a back and forth set we're having right now.
Yeah, very back and forth. So far it's 3-3. It might be possible that we'll go all the way up to game 9.
I mean, the teams just made it, so this is now just the best of 3 set. If you think about it.
That is true.
Whoever gets the first 2 wins next wins the set. I wouldn't be surprised if Vacation was like, alright, you guys got this one, we're taking the next one. And then after that one, House is like, oh, you guys got that one? Alright, we're taking this one too.
Yeah, it's actually super impressive how both teams were able to not quite get that wipeout, but it was enough of a push to where that they didn't really need to worry about that wipeout, and they just kept snowballing until they were able to either clear the checkpoint or they had to retreat due to, too many people around.
Yeah, for sure. I think on the side of House too, they might have never gotten a wipeout, but they were getting those staggered picks. They always had 1 or 2 down on the side of Vacation compared to on the side of House. They usually only went 1 down, and it usually came down to who took space when they had those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like our next game here is going to be Rainmaker on Museum, probably one of my personal favorite Rainmaker maps, just because of how fun the terrain is, especially when you have the Rainmaker. You either have to be very, very careful, or you could win in probably about 2 to 20 seconds.
I think an interesting fact that, I've known this for a bit, but no one really mentioned this to me until like maybe last year during Riptide. But this is one of the only one checkpoint Rainmaker maps that we have that we really play in competitive Splatoon. Most of the Rainmaker maps we play usually have the option of 2 checkpoints.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's very difficult to take a second checkpoint. Usually there's that guaranteed one, and there's that second one over there just in case you want it. Yeah, just in case you need it. It is still risky though.
Hey, it's still there. That's all I'm saying. It's better to have an option than no option, right?
Absolutely. And it doesn't look like we're actually getting any changes from either teams here. It looks like Miky decided to stick with their 96 gal, doing very, very well the last game. So Miky was probably like, hey, I'm just going to stick with what I know best.
Yeah, I think at least for Miky too, it might just be that it's a lot easier to fight with that 96, having a bit more range, and then compared to Devin getting that nice pick. That is a scary pick. But as we're talking about this, as you said, a lot of points at the beginning of this game, and it's just Sieve left in the side of actually Vacation spawn.
What is going on here in their spawn? They really, really did not want that check. They didn't want to go from 100 to 0 just like that.
No, for sure. But we do see here, I think House here is going to try to just grab this Rainmaker. I was like, there we go. I was like thinking, oh, they're going to drop into mid so they don't have to be on the plat anymore. I think they need to be careful here. Sieve, I believe, is still sharking somewhere. Oh, they get picked off as I say that.
It looks like both teams are able to clear first checkpoint with relative ease, actually. And it looks like we have Kraken active on both sides, or on sides of house. And not quite a push in. Looks like the Kraken kind of pushing a little bit too far. Was unable to kind of secure the kills that it needed in order to get that 100 push.
Ooh, the Blast are getting a little too close to that pop. Gets taken down there. Miky trying to hold down the fort for their team. Ooh, the Pencil getting a nice pick across the map. And that's going to be the Rainmaker. Or lots of fighting in middle. I thought on the side of house they're going to grab it. But no, it's actually Vacation who's going to be pushing forward here.
Yeah, it's actually kind of impressive that they managed to hold that for as long as they did. And that Rainmaker is kind of in a bad spot until it resets, of course. So once it gets back into the middle, it looks like it's going to be a nice 50-50 fight. Again, House does have to be very, very careful with the E-Leader kind of watching the entirety of mid. Because the E-Leader is, of course, the only weapon that can really shoot all the way across mid.
Yeah, for sure. But we do see House grabbing that Rainmaker. Gets taken down. That's 2 down on that side. Make that a third.
Run!
The last holding it down for themselves.
Oh my goodness. They lasted for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, it was not enough time for House to come in there with the backup. So we kind of have a wasted Kraken here. Never mind. As soon as the Kraken ends, we got Miky being able to take out at least one pick. But unfortunately, Vacation is going to be down pretty much their entire team.
Yeah, for sure. But, Vacation able to hold. And as I say that, that's 2 down on their side. This is going to be House's chance to try to push forward. That big bubbler is off. That means Rainmaker's probably going to try to play around there. That's Silver down on the Stamper, but the Rainmaker gets taken down.
I like the fighting with the Rainmaker that House is doing here. And it looks like we're going to try to get a skid roll, trying to get a little bit forward, trying to get as many points as possible, but not enough to clear the deficit that they are in.
Ooh, that guy barely gets the lead there. Oh, man.
Now we have 1:30 left on the clock with Vacation just barely being behind, but with where the Rainmaker is currently, Vacation is going to have to make a massive push in order to get that lead back.
Definitely, but I wouldn't put it past them. Vacation, again, playing really well this game, especially at that beginning, pushing really fast. But that's still 2 down on their side. They're still trying to push past this flat area, unable to, as the side of House kind of spamming their bombs, using that splash wall on the side of Miky to hold down the fort. But that is 1 down on the side of House. Make that a second. But the Kraken does get popped here, and it might try to go for that Rainmaker.
Oh, the Rainmaker fell! Unfortunately, because of that, they weren't able to get the points that they need. And it looks like Vacation almost got completely wiped out once again. Looks like Silver being the only one left. And it looks like Miky's just going to be holding it up here for as long as they can, not realizing that, hey, there's still an E-Leader that you have to be careful and watch out for.
No, for sure, but that is such an annoying place for Vacation to grab that Rainmaker. And, this is the classic just stall Rainmaker somewhere. Yeah, they can't even really grab it right now. They have to try to grab it. They do, but the Zuka getting used to get the Rainmaker picked off of that wall.
Did you say Zuka? Oh, hold on. Zuka. Oh, okay. So, just seeing that match. Okay, what happened when they got that lead there, right? So what? Like, it was so close.
I was expecting Vacation to grab it because they did see the Kraken. The classic thing with Kraken on Rainmaker is when they grab it, they get a lot of momentum forward. And I believe that's what happened there. The Kraken was right in front of the Rainmaker. They Kraken forward. They had that momentum while they grabbed it. And that's what gave them the lead. I think maybe Vacation wasn't expecting that to be the lead. But, man, that maybe a little too close for comfort there, Pepe.
Bro, okay. So, not only are we seeing some action here within the LUTI Tonight set. Like, this set is just so insane of how things have been going. But do you want to know what's more insane, Rice?
Yes.
I'm gonna show you this picture right here. what's more insane is that we have the Arizona community. Like, we have a whole group of people out in DJ and Shiny's house seeing this set live. Like, we're talking people like AJ, Something, Ventus, Sus, Shiny, Megzy, my boy Connor, Free, Nitron. Like, all of you guys that are watching at home, like,
we see you.
Hello, we see you. We see you. I'm shouting out to you guys, because, like, shout outs for you guys. Okay, yeah, watch this. Hold on. What? What?
Honestly, the amount that they kind of just slid forward was actually impressive. I actually didn't even know that it would go that far. I would assume that, I guess there's not even any vulnerability frames after that too, is there?
No, once they get past, once they get that momentum, it's over. That's kind of why I was expecting Vacation to maybe grab it, because it was so close to lead. But again, I don't think they were expecting it.
I definitely wasn't expecting it for sure. I think if that happened to me, I would just be like, "What?
how did that happen?
How did that happen? There's no way."
So right now it's 4-3 right now with Mickey Mouse. Wait, no, Mikey. Oh, what the?
Yeah,
Mikey.
See, I keep getting confused.
What the? All right. Well, going into here with a Clan Blitz on Inkblot Art Academy.
Very classic. Always gotta go.
Gotta have an Inkblot. Yeah.
Actually, we see an Octo Brush coming out on the side of Mikey. But as always, Vacation sticking with their tried and true with the Kraken E-Leader.
Looks like Vacation's gonna try to take mid as quickly as possible, trying to go around the left side here as well, and the right side. And we already got Cooler out on the side of Vacation. Let's see if they're able to make a quick push with what they got.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a one down on the side of House. Steve trying to push forward here, gets the pick on that pencil, and this might be a good push for the side of Vacation.
Okay, so I'm kind of right now rooting over to Vacation, guys. Come on, like, I see you guys getting robbed from that last match, so it would be amazing to see a 4-4 happen here.
Yeah, we gotta see that Game 9. It's not a LUTI set if it doesn't go all the way to Game 9.
Exactly. Like, we see here, okay, 4K. That is not common 4K. I don't think so. I don't think it is, but, like, this leader knows exactly, like, where to go and how to be safe to not get killed by that Zuka. But Silver, unfortunately, getting picked off from the Zuka.
Yeah, ooh, what a nice pick from Devin there. Not a lot of space really being taken on Vacation, but I think they're just afraid maybe of that Octo Rush getting two.
I do also think they want to be very careful because House did do 100 to 0. So they probably are trying to play a little bit more carefully.
No, for sure. I think they're trying to gather their resources here. We see that it's only just one ball on the side of Vacation, but lots of specials ready to be used.
Yeah, no, like, given that, like, right now, we're almost close to 2 minutes into the match, and no one has scored yet. Like, it's... Oh, hold on. I think there's a commentator curse here as we have Vacation literally going into getting the first ball in. Only 80 though. Wait, 77. Kraken's favorite number.
And it looks like that is going to be it for this. Oh, never mind. It's not going to be it for the first push. We go from 100 down to 71, and it looks like, no, they're still going.
They actually got it to a really good point here. 56 makes it so if House does score, they need to score more than 2 power clams here.
Always scoring more than 2 power clams is going to be incredibly difficult. The economy of that is going to be quite hard to keep up, especially when you have 2 power clams. You're going to be able to see 2 people on the map instead of 1. So you want to make sure that when you are going to score, you'll be able to get both of them in at the same time.
Man, not being able to capitalize on that position that samples that, like having a Zipcaster recall. But Mouse House over here trying to get a push going on, getting a ball in. There seems to be a couple players that have some clams. Not too much though, but they did get a ball in.
Yeah, they actually got 2 balls in. They got, again, as I said, 2 balls gets you to 60. Thankfully for Vacation, they scored more than 60, or scored below 60. So that gives them still that lead. It's gonna be on the side of House to have to really push in again to get that lead.
That was looking quite blue on my end.
It is quite blue, but we do see Devin with that Kraken gets a pick there, trying to go for that pencil. Pencil has to back up. and that's gonna be the side of Vacation defended, and that they got respawns with that Kraken as well.
Mouse House definitely has an opportunity to get this, but Vacation currently on a really good position here to just like defend, and if they decide to get another push, then they'll be able to. But currently right now, like Seb is just trying to get some a bit of an angle here. Is Seb able to make it there? Oh, okay, at least getting the afterbrush there. Oh my God, Silver's just going around their base, getting the leader pick there. Oh my goodness.
I like how patient both teams are being, actually.
Oh
my
you
God.
saw that ball getting blocked by the cooler, bro? Oh my God.
I think they got blocked by their own.
Yeah, they did. Dude, bro, what the heck?
That is so unfortunate that happened there. But we do see here House trying to push back in. Steve actually doing such a good job holding space here. You know, that splash wall just having so much HP to block. Gets taken down by that Zuka though.
Yeah.
You gotta love to see it, Pepe.
I definitely love it on my end. Oh, like, okay, so Mouse House is definitely not out of this game at all, because they not only have two power clans right now, but they also have the pity enough to be able to make a play out of this. But like, man, if Vacation is able to just take this and like let them just have the main control map, they are able to get this.
Yeah, for sure. They might try to get a flank here, but it's gonna be really tough if Devin and Steve are down. But Miky gets that pick, goes into bats.
Oh, not quite.
Wait, but they're pushing up bats right now. Are they able to go? Oh, bubble there. Oh, that is a dangerous bubble there.
Oh, they got to score. Let's see if they can continue this.
I think they don't.
Wait, there's a jump? Wait, hold on. There's a jump. Oh, wait. They put the ball. Oh my God! What is going on? That shield ball tap there. Get that clam. Oh my God! What an attempt from Mouse House! Like, to just being able to getting so close to ending up this set, but no. Fellas, we're going into game 9.
That's crazy. I wasn't expecting a game 9, to be honest. I thought it was going to be, okay, next 2. But no, it's like going to go directly into game 9, and I'm actually very, very excited.
I'm interested to see the approaches from these two teams, because I think on the side because the last game will be a Splat Zones. I forgot which map specifically. But, you know, on the side of Vacation, they have less paint in terms of, you know, if you want to talk about, like, zone congestion here. But they have, if they're able to get zone early and hold for a long time, it's dangerous just because Devin on that 52, not 52, on the E-Leader can hold so much space, making it hard for House to push in. I just think setting up Devin will be key for the side of Vacation. And on the side of House, what they have to do is the replay of this slamming block.
Stepping clutch with that one, my goodness.
But yeah, I think on the side of House, what their job is to just make it so Devin can't get set up. Because if they are set up, it's going to be extremely hard to push in.
I do like the initiative that last push had. That initiative was able to push them in very, very close to getting that victory. Both teams were playing that actually very, very patiently. They weren't overextending. It didn't look like they freaked out a whole lot at all.
Yeah, no. This being a game 9, like, I'll be honest right here. And compared to the first set, like, oh my God, like, it was still hype. It was still good. Like, you know, seeing top teams compete. But like, we're living in an era where we see, that's my little brother in the background, where we have a game 9 at my house. This is awesome.
The game 9 of couch commentary.
Couch. Yeah, it's the casting couch that will never come back. Probably, maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I did hear that like we won't have the couch tomorrow for the LAN, but you know, I may be convinced. To just bring the entire house.
Yeah, transport the whole couch.
Here we go.
Oh my
game
God. Okay.
9 on
Game 9.
Umami, a dual Splat Zones map, which doesn't really feel like dual Splat Zones to me, to be honest. It kind of just has one big zone split in the middle.
Game 9 in my house.
But we
Alright.
do see Miky going back to that slosher, maybe thinking those tri-strikes will be a lot better for them to retake here.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if that is true. We already got one down on the side of house here as we push forward, and it's just very even so far. We already got Vacation taking both the zones here and pushing forward as much as they can, but it actually kind of looks like they're already getting pushed back.
Yeah, getting pushed back. That's going to be zone cap for the side of house. That's 2 down on the side of Vacation. Not a third. I thought that Zuka would go over that wall real quick.
Yeah, this came back and forth, and ultimately Mouse House getting the advantage here. The advantage state here is going to be very tricky to get back, because for Umami zones, having 2 zones to cap, like, it's going to be tough. But like, oh my god, right now Mouse House is just getting the advantage here. Oh.
Yeah, Mouse House has that advantage. The Zipcaster on Silver, that's going to get 2 picks there. They have to try to cap that other zone, but Miky and the Blaster doing a really good job here trying to stop that. But as I say that, that's a delayed wipe on their side.
And it looks like Vacation is going to shoot through their penalty points, and it looks like they're going to get down to a pretty healthy number here. Let's see if they're able to continue this push into getting the lead.
Goodness
I love how patient they're being. They're not overextending. Usually with 52 gals, that is a mistake that you'll see fairly often, is that they'll try to overextend and get as many picks as possible. But right here, you're just seeing, well, no, how about we survive instead? Surviving is going to be the best way to hold the zone for as long as possible.
My goodness, like, this is such a close game. Like, these numbers are fairly close to each other. Like, we have Vacation just still taking the lead and ultimately going to get this lead here.
For sure, but that is the end. That is the lead for the side of Vacation. We see the Zuka trying to get Devin, I think, but unable to, gets taken down. The Blaster gets a pick in mid. They're trying to get the second one here, just taking so much space. Gets the second pick there.
Aurora Boy, just knowing that the aura is so huge on them right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good bubble placement, because it allows them to push forward without them being greedy about it. And looks like they're going to be taking out the right zone here, from the camera's perspective, of course. And unfortunately, the 52 gal is going to go down on the right side as well. And we're going to be painting over that zone as well, so that House can hold that zone for as long as possible to try to get as many penalty points out of the way as possible.
Yeah, but we do see here, Vacation's pretty close to that zone. They might be able to stall one of them. Silver getting a pick onto that pencil. Gets a second pick, I believe, on trying to get the
Blaster. Oh, man. Aura Boy, oh my god. Getting those Durex, boy.
The Aura Boy has a little too much aura.
Exactly, right. Okay, hold on. Oh my, do you see how back and forth this is? Like, this is insane. We're talking about a Game 9 intensity. Like, I can only imagine how tense these players are feeling right now.
Yeah, but we see Devin jump out there, maybe trying to get into a better position, trying to get picks here. Unable to really get too much. Aura Boy pushing up with their Blaster. Gets marked by that wave. That's going to be 2 down, 3 down on the side of House.
Like, Vacation is going to be able to try to push in, try and take the zone far on the left here, which is probably going to be what exactly you want to do to try to get as quickly as possible. But as soon as I say that, they all go down, and it looks like House is going to take the lead here, with Vacation getting a plus 52 to their penalty timer.
13 seconds in. Is Mouse House able to take it all for the whole set? We're looking to see it here. Oh, and they get everyone in. Oh, man, Mouse House takes the set. Last game.
That was actually kind of crazy. Just the amount of patience from both teams. But once they turned on a switch, you can tell. They turned on the full aggressor switch, and they just kind of went for it.
No, it was looking a little dangerous towards the middle of the game for Mouse House, where we saw Vacation get a really long and sustained hold. But I think what ended up benefiting Mouse House is they had a couple zone flips, which made their penalty pretty low once they started getting an actual hold.
Yeah, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, like, seeing the teams go back and forth, taking the lead back, it was really only up to, like, which team would have the most advantage at the longest time in the period during the match?
For sure.
Fortunately, with that is going to be 5-4 for Miky Mouse House. Miky Mouse House.
Miky Mouse. Yep. Mhm.
You know, me being a fan of Mickey Mart, you know, I do like the name. I like the name a lot.
Yeah, but I think that gives Miky a record actually of 2-0
What the?
in their group right now. I know that I feel like most of these sets haven't really been played out yet, but
Yeah.
you know, this was the they won their first set. They won their set today, and the other set they won was last week. They still have rounds 1 and 2 to still play out. But you know,
love LUTI.
man, I love LUTI.
Man, very exciting games. Very, very exciting games. And you'll actually be able to see more exciting games at Sunset Surge starting tomorrow at 12 p.m.
M-Dog.
PST.
PST. M-Dog, what is Sunset Surge for those who do not know?
Sunset Surge is a local Arizona LAN being hosted in Tempe, Arizona. We will be being hosted at the ASU Esports Center, and we will be starting at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Of course, check-in starts at 10 a.m. So, Shiny, you better be there. You better be there at 10 a.m.
They better be there. They're my own teammate. Hold on. Or else I'm gonna have to disqualify them.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. But okay, Rice.
Yes.
So you know how us locals, like, we are a family.
Yes, of course.
I love our West people. California, Seattle, like, you guys are amazing. But there's a state. There's a state that I hate the most. Who is it?
Well,
Oh, and guess what? H-Town, you're going down.
They have to have pretty good barbecue, though, right?
I'm sure they do.
okay, but we have better Mexican food here. Come on.
Fair. That is
And
fair.
better Mexicans. I don't know if I could say that.
I don't know about that one.
I hope this is not being streamed. You know?
Thanks for hosting us, Falco.
Yeah, but yeah, go to Sunset Search tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon Pacific. And with that, I do believe that is going to be it from us. Are we basically done?
Oh,
all right.
All
That's basically going to be it. Again, thank you guys very much for watching the Sunset Search Casting Couch. We're going to have to do this a little bit more often, I think. At least.
Oh, you people out there. I mean, Joe Ryan is over here, like, doing God's work right now.
Yeah, I know. Like, thank you very much for making this very, very possible. And of course, thank you to the staff at LUTI for setting everything up, and thank you to Splatoon Tony for, you know, letting us invade your channel with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 8 people.
I mean, it was almost gonna be 10.
There goes.
Hey,
There goes the
to
Ow. Yeah, okay.
yeah, no, Julie, the thanks to the X teams actually will let us stream it because honestly we can't actually do it without them. So.
That too.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, honestly we just wait for them to schedule it and then we just say, hey, can we stream it? They say yes. That's the good thing. Thank you finally for Group B for sure for letting us actually do your match.
Yeah, we finally got a Group B set. Yeah.
Thank you for all the players who participated today.
Yes, thank you very much. And of course, this wouldn't be anything without the viewers watching at home as well. So I thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. Again, we will be on Splatoon Tourney tomorrow starting at 12 p.m. Pacific for Sunset Surge. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, my name is MDog. You can find me on my socials, MDog990, both on Twitter and on Blue Sky. And if you want to follow my YouTube channel, you can do that as well. I will say I am doing an interview on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific with the winners of Low Inc. Splatoon 4, in parentheses, we win. So if you're interested in that, feel free to stop by and say hello. They'll be answering some questions and, you know, talking about their wins and their victories throughout that Low Inc. as well.
And where could we find Rice that we like?
You can find me at We Like Rice. It's all one word everywhere. You can find me at Buyabe whenever we run the next one. But how about you, Pepe? Where can the lovely people find you?
Well, you can find me at on Blue Sky on pepe.sunsetsearch.inc. And then go follow sunsetsearch.inc as well on Blue Sky as well. And again, I cannot say this or express this enough. Like, Sunset Search, please go. It's going to be amazing. I'm getting to see my amazing people, my local Arizonas, like Arizonians. So it's going to be good. I cannot wait.
Also, if you can't go to Sunset Surge, just be sure to check out some other lands that we have in the pipeline. We have two after Sunset Surge for the land championships. Is that correct?
It will be, yeah, I mean, it will be technically three. Three. The next one will be Big Dapple.
Okay.
And then the week after, we have two, actually, with New England and Sea Battle.
All right, perfect. And then, of course, if you can't attend any of those, we also have Battle of BC 7. That is going to host Splatoon 3. And then we also have Riptide 2025. Oh my god, it's 2025.
And Gommel.
And Gommel.
In July. And MomoCon in, I think, May.
We have a lot of lands going on here. We have a lot of lands. Make sure to go to one of them. I promise they're fun. They're very, very fun. Please go. Even if you don't want to play, you can at least watch.
Yes.
I promise it'll be fun. But I think that's going to be it from us. Again, thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for Sunset Surge.
See you tomorrow.
Woo!